Gentlemen, did that work? We had no headphones in and we just didn't know what we're doing.
A bit messy.
That's just how it is sometimes with us, isn't it? We run around like crazy just before the live video. Who's here? Why can I see the comments? How do I do this? I've forgotten. It's been so long. We haven't had a live video since December last year. Comments. Here we go. Whoa. Okay. All
Anybody
right.
can hear us? It seems like there are some people watching, but anyone write something, please.
Can you hear us? Can you not hear us? We did do a little test before, but that doesn't mean anything when it comes to us. Us in live videos. What? No, look. Everything's all good?
No, but nobody like here. It doesn't work.
What do you mean?
Okay.
This is why sometimes it's a bit difficult because we don't get...
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you. First of all, I want to say thank you to everyone for birthday wishes. Yesterday was my birthday, and it is very nice of you. Thank you for all the cards, all the flower deliveries. It was very nice, very special.
Yeah, Luba's birthday. How old are you? Tell them.
18 plus.
18 plus. Oh, well, you're legal.
Okay. So today gonna be, on our opinion, interesting live stream because we would like to discuss and answer some questions that we got quite a lot because, you know, we have a Telegram community. If you're not a member, please join. Under every video, there is a link to Telegram. It's a free community where we can exchange messages. It's like the fastest way to get to me and Striker. And we got quite a few new subscribers there. And they asking question about like what actually going on, you know, how the process work.
Well, normally we talk about this stuff when someone books a coaching, or not a coaching call, but a consultancy call with us. And we go through it from A to Z and what can happen in the middle. Of course, we don't know for sure because every client is different. And we're going to share some stories along the way, which can be amusing, some of them good endings, some of them bad endings, but it's the reality of it. And we want to make sure that you kind of get a real picture of what's actually going on. But a lot of people who watch our videos don't really know how the process goes because I guess in Ukraine, you could kind of guess how when we were doing the tours over there, but now it's, how does it work? What if the woman's in Ukraine? What if she's living in France? You know, what if she's living in Poland? What do they do? How long does the guy come for? How is he supposed to date multiple women when he comes to Europe? Is it all just going to be a disaster? In this video here today, we're going to tell you about it. So stick around. Get a coffee or a beer.
Can you hear me? Please tell me that you can.
It says mic's closer, please.
I almost put it in my mouth.
Easy girl. Easy.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you have any questions or anything you want us to add from what the Striker said, please let us know, and we will. So basically, a little bit of a history how we moved from Ukraine to Spain, and because of the war, and we didn't know if we're going to keep doing the hard rocket or like we were just a little bit lost on everything. But I mean, not lost on everything. We just understand that, you know, maybe it's not the right time or not the right.
You might have to get jobs
on
a farm or something.
On a farm, collecting oranges.
Matchmaking apples with oranges.
Yeah. So we done that, and then like all of a sudden, I very much remember we went to this park, and we got a call, and the guy said, "So can I get your services?" We said, "What services?" And he said, "Like I would like to become a client. Like maybe, you know, it's possible to find my wife." And so we were thinking about that, and we thought it's not the right time. But actually, I think that everything changed for the very, very, very better. We have a lot of couples within the last 2 years, and a lot of people communicating, a lot of guys getting to know ladies traveling to Europe. So all of that. And how did we change the process and how it works now, we will briefly discuss, right?
Yeah. So when we were in Ukraine, we did tours. And we only did it for a short period of time. And we can only do like 2 guys at a time because Luba was going on every tour. So it was absolutely exhaustive for her. And I knew it wasn't going to be sustainable anyway, but that's what we did. And we had great success with it. So when we came here, we basically, the way that it works now is that the guy is he's on his own to some degree, but we're still always there. Now, if there's any of our clients in here at the moment, you'll know exactly what that means. Is that we anything that you need, we're there. We go right from. Are we sort of jumping ahead a little bit here, aren't we?
Yeah. So
let's
how
go
it's
start.
starting? First of all, everybody, like everybody who are watching us, they are going through a strategy call with us, because the most important for me as a matchmaker is understand, can I match you or no, and give you real, honest feedback. It can be good, it can be not so good, but I 100% promise you that it will be honest and sincere about what I see, what are your chances, and what is around you. So everybody who done a coaching call with us, consultation call, can confirm that this is not a sales call. So we answering all of your questions, we asking you a lot of questions, we're getting to know you, we give you not option, but availability, free ticket to a Zoom parties that we have, that we're going to speak about also a little bit. So we get to know you, and then at the end of the call, of course, guys asking how the process work, how much it costs, and etc. We discuss all of that. We even show you the database of the ladies if the guys are asking, because our website is closed. We respect our clients. We never show them anywhere, and we respect our female clients as well. So we during the call, by request, can open your database showing ladies that are age of that you're looking for, right? For example, you are 50 years old, we will open the ladies, like, let's say 35, 37, 40 to 50, or like to 45.
Yeah.
So, and you're going to see them. We can even discuss a little bit, we can go through, because I, as a matchmaker, need to understand, who are you looking for, and are you reasonable, are you realistic? Because if you're not, we're going to discuss it on a call, and you either will say, yes, I agree, okay, this also works for me, or you will say, no, it's only what I want, and we will say, okay.
We don't know when someone books a call. So the reason that we don't do free consultations, right? Because I think you guys understand this. Like, if you have a free consultation, it's a sales call, right? I recently was doing some stuff and I needed some a particular service, and people were offering me we can do a free call. I ended up paying for consultations because I know they're not going to try and sell me something. And I ended up going with that company just because they weren't trying to push me on something. They told me everything I needed to know, whether I liked it or not. And that's the idea behind if we were going to spend 1 hour of our time, so 2 hours on a free consultation, we have to get something out of it. And we don't like that. So that's why you have to pay for it.
Yeah, because the most important for us, like, it's to find guy that we really can help, we want to help, and the guy is really okay with us. Because when we start working with the guy, we got into a certain relationship with this person, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just 1 second. I just want to make sure that they can see us, because for me it looks like that. Can you check on this? It works or no?
I guess so. Is it working? Can you guys see us okay? I think it's working okay. It's working okay.
So we would like, basically we stop on that and we say, okay, just go down with the comment.
It is down.
Okay. So we finished with that, right? So we explain enough that it is.
So that's the first step.
That's the first step. The guy done a call.
Yeah, we don't do anything with we don't sign up. You can't even buy any of our services on our website. It has to be done. We send you some links that can be done by. We don't want you to sign up if we haven't spoken to you and we think we can help you. I know that there are services out there that you can sign up for to do some letter writing or whatever, and they don't give a flying anything what you look like, who you are, because they're not interested in actually getting a result. So it's important to us that we're talking to people that we can get a result for. If we don't think we can get a result, we will give you other options that are not us, right? So we are trying to provide as much value as we can. So that's stage one anyway. That's phase one.
Yeah, phase one.
The process.
Then the next phase is you becoming our client if you decide so. And or before that, you can join our Zoom parties that we have almost every month for different age group. Of the guys quickly will say that the Zoom singles party, it's the party where you have chance to find ladies, to talk to the ladies that are in your age group preference. And it's 2-hour event, and you're talking to them, asking questions, getting to know them. And so after that, we don't do any individual matching, on there. So we don't sell you contacts or anything like other companies maybe do. we do only matchmaking. So if you decide that you like somebody, you can sign up, and then we start working with you fully, because for us, very important that all of our clients, so we highlight a lot about our Ascent course that we wrote. That is not kind of like not a commercial project, right? For us, it's not a business project. Ascent is more educational, that we created for all of our clients that are clients, because it's must do for them. There's no other way about that. They must do it, because if they want to be successful, they need to go through Ascent. It's the course that will help you to decode Ukrainian lady, embrace your masculinity, and learn you how to navigate relationship. It also will give you a lot of information about relationship, how to navigate them and everything, like when you're doing it right now, communication wise and everything. So we every week posting their videos that are different from YouTube, because they're specific about the guys that already in a process of dating, right?
Yeah, I'm just going to go off on a little tangent here. I was thinking today while I was making my dinner, I was thinking about the
What do you mean making your dinner? It was
I made dinner for Luba. Okay, you got me.
it was my birthday dinner.
Well, I made dinner for me, and I invited you. I was doing it anyway. Yeah, I was thinking about these tours. You remember the romance tours that they used to have a few years ago, and how there was no results, almost no results. There was like on the one I went on, 27 guys, highest amount of guys ever, and it was like a big achievement for them. One marriage that I know of. And I think one couple are still together. Maybe I see them on Facebook every now and then, but not for a while. And I was thinking, and I used to think this, right? I used to think that it's the company's fault, right? It's the company's fault, They don't have any success stories. It's all bullshit. Now, part of it is that, yes, they do talk shit. That is the biggest problem. They do say they have X amount of success stories or X amount of percentage of successes. And that's wrong. That's wrong in every single way possible. Even putting up videos of a couple that just met and saying how madly in love they are, but 3 weeks later they break up, but they leave that video up. That is also misleading as well. Okay. And so I was thinking about that today, and I was thinking the reason that the guys aren't successful is not really because of the company, because the company can only do so much. The company has facilitated an event, it's charged X amount of dollars, which you've agreed to pay to go to this event. It's because the guys are simply not educated enough or have enough experience to date the woman, right? And we've always said that. It's like, we do as much as we can, but if you completely fuck it up, if you completely mess it up, if you do something that's just completely out there that you shouldn't have done, same with her as well. Like, how is the company supposed to deal with that? And I understand that now, like owning the company that does matchmaking. But the problem is that those companies didn't try to help men understand. And those tour companies, I mean, if they're pushing through 20, 30 guys every 3 months, I think it was, that's a lot of men going through there. They're not going to be able to coach them and help them on a one-to-one basis. They just have like their, translator, that's going to help them here and there, who's usually a 22-year-old woman that works down at the shoe store, except for the week of the tour where she gets paid twice as much. So that's all that it was. And the problem, and that was the problem. I mean, the company that you used to work for, there was absolutely no hope anywhere that they were ever going to help anyone do anything in any realm of any sort of event. But the other one, I mean, they probably could have done it, but would men have gone ahead and done it? Would they have taken a course? Would they have got coaching or something like that? They'd probably have to charge more money. Would people want to pay that? Well, who knows? But the reason that men fail is not, unless you're going with a straight up scam company, like a letter writing company, it's because either the man or the woman, they don't understand each other, what's going on, and they don't communicate well enough. I've sort of gone off on a bit of a tangent there, but I thought about it today, and I thought, imagine if those companies had coaches, like true, proper coaches that really were going to help, not just some, bozo or some chick that doesn't know what they're talking about, and then and actually help them and really help them and said, hey, look, you're going to do this wrong here, and wrote something like a scene for them. They'd have a lot more success stories. I guarantee it. I can guarantee that, hands down.
Yeah, for sure. Because like I've been working there as well, and I saw that, some ladies who were coming, the guys really was looking for that support. They was like really expecting somebody to guide them. And this girl, she just came to this event like she's a student or she's like somebody's friend, and she like have no idea what's going on. It's extremely loud. They don't you can't hear anything. You can't understand. And I remember how the tour, like that striker came on, and I was supposed to work as his translator, and I was excited about that for some reason. And then
I wasn't. That's why I asked them to change.
and then when I came, they put me with another guy. I just saw my last name under another guy picture, and I was very upset. I was very surprised because I'm just a person who
As you would be, not having to work with me.
I'm so glad, but like anyway, like it was, they changed it, and then when I asked them why, because maybe there was like three of us who was like have experience, and so they changed me. Like that guy was like a very difficult client. He was in Kiev. He was like being very, very difficult, and they just changed it. They said like, Luba, only you can deal with him, and he would not complain. So unfortunately, I mean, all of that, like we already realized with Striker that all our life is like little events, little something that at the fact of this event, you don't understand why is that happening, but later on you see the result of it, and you understand that if we would not get into this situation when like we realize that people just literally don't know what to do, like we would never create anything that we've created. And like some people, like we know because we can see who've done, for example, course, who like how long they've done, how long, like did you watch all videos or one video or 1 minute. We try to make it as short as possible. Like, that we like speaking, we're speaking over the top and stuff, but that we have good intentions, right? And so the videos there are 12 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes maximum. Like, just do it, just do it before you start dating. And I promise you, they're going to be so much value for you.
Well, if you do Ascent, you are well ahead, not just ahead, but well ahead of every guy that ever did a romance tour in the past. I can guarantee that. Or did any sort of matchmaking with Ukrainian women in the past. You are well ahead of everyone.
So to give you idea of Ascent, like how we're creating content, like the course itself we created, right? But they give you idea of how we come up with the topics. Like this is my favorite red book. Everybody who knows me. Really. So here is like I've been on a trip to Madrid, like 43 topics we discussed with Striker, and we wrote them just because like this happening for Ascent. And listen, every day something like that happening.
Yeah.
And like, so that's it. You are doing the Zoom party, you're meeting a lady and you start talking to her, or you joining us as a client and you have access to our database and you choosing the ladies that you like. We are big fans of dating multiple ladies. We've been judged for that. We've been talked like people were like yelling at us, saying that we against all the moral things, and
we are impure human beings for allowing you to discuss, to talk to multiple women at once to figure out the best one. So we were ostracized a little bit by the industry, but we don't care because it works the best.
No, first of all, I mean, everybody think as far as their imagination can go. Of course, we're not telling you marrying multiple ladies. We're not telling you sleeping with multiple ladies. We're telling you basically to be introduced to multiple ladies. So in your benefit, to be able to get to know what are there, like what are you actually looking for, and to understand that, for example, one lady is very talkative, another lady you like a lot because she's very pretty, but she's just not talking at all. So if you only will talk to her, you will not know any different. So you getting access to our database, you sending me a list of ladies, whatever amount of ladies you want, like usually guys do that. So for example, you have a 12 dates package and you send me 20, 30, 40 ladies from database, and then the matchmaking process is starting. I'm looking through that ladies. I remove the ladies that I don't think 100% I'm sure that they're not good for you, not good match for you. Then I get in contact with the ladies that you pick to understand who are interested in you and who are not. And then also I give my advice on who I think that you should be talking and you should be dating. So basically, the last part is like you can take in consideration or no, it's completely up to you. But most of the guys do, because if I advise, it means that there's something that I think that may connect you and this lady.
Our job is to advise you. It is to facilitate introductions, and it is to advise you. Now, some guys don't listen to us, and they say, "Nope, I really want to pursue something with her, and we say, well, we personally don't see it's a good idea, but we tell all the guys, you're a man, you make a decision and you run with it, right? No, I was trying to get the comments up, but I couldn't find it. And so you have to own it, right? Now I know on some of these other companies, people would be upset with those companies, right? And because they need to vent, they need someone to vent. Whereas I view it differently, right? Even when I went on one of those, I went away and I went, well, what did I do wrong? How did I fuck this up? What did I do wrong here? I can't blame them for it because they don't care. What's the point in blaming something that doesn't care, right? So, you have to own it, and whatever decision you make will always back you up, whether it's the best one or not. And we have actually had times where we've said we don't know if she's going to be a good option, and he says no, and they're still together, and we're like, okay, you made a good call on that one.
It can happen.
So these things can happen. I was just going to say there, the reason that we say about the multiple women, if you guys have followed us for a while, the reason is because the woman will eliminate themselves. Now, other companies will have you date one woman for whatever reason, right? We don't need to go into those, but for them, it's a lot easier. For us, it's a lot harder keeping track. If we've got a client and he's dating we'd say dating, but talking to 4 women at once, and I'm in contact with him, and then there's 2 Olgas and a Maria and a Tatiana, and he's telling me about, well, Olga 1 has done this or whatever, and then all of a sudden he's dating another woman. Do you have any idea how hard this is for me to maintain? Because for you, it's probably easier because it's,
yeah, sometimes striker.
For me, I'm like, Luba, talk to me. She goes, oh, he's not dating Olga anymore, but he was now he's talking to Maria, but he's thinking about coming meeting Olga. So he's gone back to Olga. No, I just told you he's not dating Olga. I'm like, oh my God, I need to somehow come up with a system on my wall of a screen with but
you're
the client.
A very good listener. You always listen.
A client, or maybe those boards they put up on the wall and they have like a criminal. It's like the suspect, the criminal or the crime, and then they put the suspects off with a piece of string, something like that, because it is extremely difficult, and sometimes I don't want to say, oh, tell me about, in case it's the same one, so I have to go back to Luba, and it's very, very, very difficult, and that's because we deal with every single client. We don't have any coaches, we don't have any other matchmakers, we don't have any other bullshit people that we say are coaches and all that, but they're not. They're just some young chick doing whatever. We don't do any of that stuff. We do it all ourselves.
And the reason for that, it's honestly, so many times, I was on the edge to hire more people. We do have a team, developers and marketing and stuff. But according to the matchmaking, I just realized that it is very important. People trust us, they want us to do it, and we should take as many clients as we can proceed, and we can work at the same time. So anyway, not about this. So you're picking the ladies, I'm getting you feedback, and then you start having your first introduction calls, and then
I forgot what I was going to say. What's that? The elimination. Yeah. So the way that it works is, if you're just dating one woman, you'll put up with a lot of bullshit because you're not really sure if she's good or if this is the way that it is supposed to be or what. And you may ask us, and we say, well, maybe she's busy, or maybe there's some things in her life, maybe be more patient, right? And that advice is, it's okay. But if you're comparing her to another woman who doesn't do those things, there's going to be a clear winner, right? There's going to be a woman who, if you message her in the morning, good morning, and there's a woman that doesn't message you back until later that night, and that's the only woman that you're messaging, you'll think that that's normal, right? You think, oh, great, I got my message back at night. But if you're talking to another woman and she messages you first thing in the morning, or you message her and then straight away she messages you back with a good morning and a kissy face or something like that, the women are eliminating themselves. The one that doesn't have time or is not invested as much as this one, you will gravitate towards this one. Now, if you introduce another woman or 2 women, now they're all competing. They don't know they're competing against each other. Hopefully you guys know exactly what I'm saying. And from your point of view, they're competing with each other, and you get to make a decision as who is the best. That's as simple as it is. If you have one and you eliminate one and you go, she doesn't message me until lunchtime, then you hit the next one up. I'm just using that as an example. The next one, and she's like, well, she messages me straight afterwards, but then our conversations are dud or dull, boring or dull or whatever. And you think, okay, well, I'll get rid of the first one. Then you get to the second one, then the third one. Then you think, you know what? The first one actually was messaging me the most. But you can't go back, right? Once you've eliminated them, it's very, very difficult to go back. And that's what the other matchmakers do. Do one at a time. And
Yeah,
it's
but
impossible. How are you going to get the best option if you're eliminating one at a time? Doesn't make any sense.
But we're coaching guys about that. We're talking with them. Like now, I really think that we should just like go through the process, and without like exact details. But it's very right point what you say. But anyway, so you get in touch with the ladies, you start talking to them, and that is the matchmaking. And then we're staying in touch with you. The most important is for us, you stay in touch, and we will give at the end of this video, we will give some examples of our clients that happened. Good results, not so good results, bad results with a good ending.
With a happy ending.
With a happy ending. And so we will discuss that, and you'll understand that, our work is not just matchmaking. It's a really complex that we improving and adding every single day. So that is basically like how the process work. And then when you talk to the lady, we recommend somebody just booked a call. Thank you so much. Like you see, we convinced somebody.
You are about to start a journey of your life, my friend. Whatever your name is.
Dave.
You are about to embark on a journey that will transform your life.
This is the man of action. Like I don't know anything about this person, but I already feel that he will be successful because he's determined. But anyway, so we recommend to travel to meet your lady in 2, 3, 4 months. We help you with logistic. We help you to find good location. If the lady in Europe, you're traveling to see her in her country, I would say that you used to travel to her country, because we came up with a brilliant idea that we will share with you, and you will then decide where you want to see her, in her country or you want to come to Valencia. It's a little teaser to stay with us. So you, or if she's in Ukraine, then we help to buy tickets, because it's a bit tricky, unfortunately, to get out of Ukraine. There is a trains. The train goes from, for example, Kiev to Poland. There's a certain trains. I will explain quickly here. I don't know if it is relevant for anyone or no, but like it's very difficult to buy tickets, even like online. We can't buy some tickets if you want to go to the border city. Maybe you will need it, so I'm just telling you. If you need to buy tickets to the border city, it is possible. And then from border city, you need to take a train to go to the Warsaw or Krakow, and then from Krakow you can fly or you can meet there. But if you want to go to Warsaw direct, there is a train. But unfortunately, some people buying all of the train tickets, and they just sell it from the hands. So you can't.
Scalpers.
What is
We call them scalpers.
I don't know, but it's really for me it's horrible. I mean, but it's what they do. They sell it a bit more expensive on a system. It's actually funny, because I was trying, but no, I will try to buy it. I was trying to buy it on a website, and it says, oops, yeah, like you create a website now, they always make something with the jokes, and they say, oops, it seems somebody bought all the tickets before you. I was like, thanks for telling me. So
oops.
like, oops, yeah. And so, but we help with that. No worries. Are
we going too fast? Is there some detail? Because there's so many details in there that maybe you have, like how does she come from Ukraine to Poland? Like that's a very good question. All of our clients ask that. And basically, yes, you have to book the flight. You have to find out where she is. What do you think the percentage? This is a very good question. What do you think the percentage of our clients have a dating or talking to, say dating, a woman from Ukraine?
Percentage
that has to come from Ukraine to meet him, usually in Poland.
Honestly, it's I would not say 50-50, because most of the ladies are in Europe already. But we have one lady, within 2 years she was in Ukraine, and she met, it's kind of also like story to tell at the end. She was the lady that met 4 of our clients. 4. Like she went from Ukraine with one guy, didn't work out. Second guy didn't work out. I thought maybe it's something wrong with her. Like it was just no connection. Like it was talking, everything was great, but then there was meeting and it was not good. And with the guy number 4, she's now engaged. Like, but she was coming from Ukraine. So, I mean, because like she's a certain age, very good English, everything, but it didn't work. It didn't work with 3 guys. And then with the 4th guy, it happened. It is working. So it's hard to say, honestly. And when the guy is calling us on a consulting calls, guys always say, how long it will take, when I'm going to meet her, where I'm going to meet her. And we say, we don't know. Like, honestly, every single time it's different. She may be in Ukraine. Like we have a lady that is in Ukraine, but she was visiting friends at the same time that the guy was there, and so they just met. And he's from US, and he came from to some doctor conference, so they met. So we don't know, honestly. There are certain things that you just need to trust the process. You just need to just go with the flow and believe that everything will be fine.
Yeah.
So this is about the process. If you have more questions about that, you please text us, and also you can, like, maybe if you watch this video.
So how many virtual dates does it usually take before an in-person date? The Ukrainian. Brilliant question.
How many?
Between
one more time.
1 and 12.
How many virtual dates does it usually take before an in-person date with Ukrainian lady? No, I would disagree with you. But yeah, I mean, it's from 1 to 12. It's right.
I think I've hit the nail on the head. But you tap that nail right in.
You open with a nail today the bottle of wine. Let's go.
This is what I do.
Like, I have a video. It's a very private.
I didn't have a cork. What do you call it? A cork thing. So I had to improvise with a quite coarse screw, a hammer, and a roll of masking tape for leverage.
It was impressive.
I'll check Telegram. I'll make a how-to video on there.
It was impressive, you know. I'm still a little bit impressed.
See?
Not so much, but a little bit.
Easy.
So what I was going to tell, 1 to 12. Yes. So sometimes guy talk to the ladies. So you have at the beginning 2, 3, 4 calls for sure. You talk to 1, 2, 3, 4 girls, and after the first call, you may or may not exchange contact. On the second call with another lady, you may or may not. So you talk to 3, 4 ladies. You may exchange contact with all 4. You may exchange contact with 1 or 2 or 3. And then it depends how many contact you got. We recommend at the very beginning talk to 3 ladies, 3 ladies, and then we exchange you, like we give you some time. I said, okay, let's take week or 2 and see how it goes. So sometimes it's happening that the guy decided that, you know, he wants to travel to meet 2 of the ladies that he is already talking. And it may work, it may not work. He may go back to the calls. He may have 9 calls before he actually travel. He may have all 12 calls before he traveled. We have a guy who did 6 calls. He met a lady. He was really, really excited. He went to Malta, and it didn't not Malta, somewhere in Europe. It didn't work out. Or Mykonos, doesn't matter. So it didn't work out. He came back. We gave him the feedback. He was agreeing that it was kind of like his fault, and he went again, and now he's engaged. Like, and he was completely fine with the rejection. He was completely fine with our sometimes striker. If we do the call in different places, he mentioned, "Can you say something nice?" Because like I'm become like a teacher. You've done this, and it's not because I don't like you guys. I just want you.
I didn't say something nice. I mean say something encouraging. After you've just destroyed the poor man's soul, we need to rebuild it.
Yeah. So yeah. So this is how it works, and it's but striker is right that it is 1 to 12 because this is our package. And
well, okay. So actually, let's talk about that. So we actually have. Well, kind of 2 packages. We introduced another one because someone was asking about it, but to this day, nobody has bought it. And we've never tried to say buy this one. So we always say to buy. Some people say I want to sign up for 6. We always, we're honest with this. We say signing up for 6 it's a little bit detrimental. And we kept talking about should we sign up for 6 or not, right? It's because, I mean, we have got successes with 6, but what happens with 6 is that your mentality is different. Your mentality with 6 dates is, okay, I've done the first 3. Then I'll do 1 more. Oh shit, I've only got 2 left. And I don't want to waste these 2. And so if you've signed up for 12, what happens is that we find that the client will say to Luba, who do you think? You just choose 1 or 2. And it's almost like, okay, I'm willing to gamble because I've got plenty of money. I'm willing to go to the casino and throw, $100 on red or black because I've got $5,000 and it doesn't matter. And it's just kind of like a bit of fun, whatever. It's that kind of mentality. It's like an abundance mentality. But if the guy only has 6 dates, when he gets to 4 or 5, he really starts to think, okay, well, I do like this woman over here, but I feel there's something better. Then he has 1 left. And then he knows in his mind, his psyche is telling him it's either this one or whatever comes next on the lucky dip. And that's the problem with 6 dates. It can really kind of mess with the guy. But some people want to do it. And the difference between 6 and 12 is not that much, so it is better to just jump up to 12 from the start, as opposed to getting to 6. And then, okay, that's 6. Now you're not technically doing 12, you're doing 6, finish, and then 6, which is technically 2 6s. It's different from 12s. So yeah, there's some psychology behind that. But I don't know, it's still there at the moment. I don't know if we'll remove it or whatever in the future, but we sort of,
Okay.
some people want it.
So somebody else just booked a call. Guys, like what's happening? It's not, this time is James. But like thank you. It's pleasant that you
No more calls, okay?
No.
We're too tired.
Not today. No, next week is fine.
Yeah.
So but join Telegram as well. It's very convenient because we can get in touch with you, and I will message you directly as soon as you join, and we will be in touch.
There was this one.
Yeah, about man. Wait.
No. It was about how do we sign up for a call? So
okay. So sign up for the call.
Okay, so there's a link here. I've just put here. Sorry.
You go to hardrocket.com, and on the top there's a consultation, and you book a call.
You can choose one with Chatishka, our AI. I'm rebuilding Chatishka. It should be up hopefully by next weekend, because something's happened to her. She's not the same anymore. She used to be flirty and fun. Well, first she was a bit too flirty and fun, and she was calling people hun. I was like, you're supposed to be a consultant, and you're calling the clients who you've never met, you're calling them hun. So I had to kick that out of her and say, don't do that. Then she started calling them darling. And then I thought, oh, that's okay. Like, she's a bit flirty or whatever. But then there's some weird things that were kind of going on. And now she's just got, I don't know if she's upset or something, but she's really serious. It's like she's lost her spark. So I'm going to remake Chatichka, and it's going to be bigger and better than ever. So whoever wants a free consult, look, it's kind of fun. Guys do it. We probably get, I would say we might get about 15 or 20 consultations through Chatichka per week. Very good questions, and they're answered very well, but she struggles with things when it comes to war and stuff like that. So the new one is going to be a little bit better about that. So yes, AI Chatichka.
Okay. On a cultural note, because I was thinking, can I show this? No, just like
if you want. I just want to show them how awesome I am. That's fine.
No, Striker just gave me a business card, birthday card that he created. Our thing is pandas, but it's between us. We can't share that. But anyway,
it's 2 pandas drinking wine, and one of them has 2 wine glasses, and the other one.
Our thing, pandas. But anyway, people need to understand why on a birthday card it's pandas. It's weird. But anyway,
it's weird, all right.
It's weird, but weird. In Ukraine, we don't really do the cards. And Striker was one who implemented that culture into me.
Yeah.
And so it's sentimental, but it's very nice. I keep all the cards, and it's like if you give somebody a card, it should be nice. It should be something deep, deep set. So
yeah,
it's and handwritten, even if it is little mistake there.
Anyway, came up with it all myself too. Chatichka didn't help me at all.
No, this one you wrote by yourself. Anyway, so this is something that it's anyway. Cultural, so it's different.
So okay.
It's because even wrapping the gift, it was always in on the West. It's popular in Ukraine now, but anyway, it's on a different.
You don't wrap gifts in Ukraine. I didn't know.
I know that for you it was a big deal because one time you wrapped it in a
wallpaper. Yeah, wallpaper.
I came and I thought why? How weird is that? My Christmas gift. And he said I didn't have. I'm sorry, I didn't have time.
Well, I didn't say it like that, did I? I didn't say, I'm sorry, please, sir, please don't hurt me.
And he said I didn't have anything else, and I just.
I said I didn't have anything else, so that's all it is.
This is how you said that, right? And so
Russian man.
and I was like, okay, I wouldn't put any. And then he said that it's cultural. So you see, many things little things, not so important, but that make us different. That makes it interesting. That make it. Call you've done, John. You did.
What about this one here? So Ed says, can we Skype the lady? Yes, after you've done the initial call, if you both agree to say yes, I want to continue speaking. You can do whatever you want. You can Skype, you can text, you can use Viber, you can use the phone, you can do whatever. So now it's up to you. So yes, you can use Skype. I think that's what you mean, right?
Yeah.
Oh, but the first, okay, maybe what you're asking is the introduction. Yes, it's not on Skype, it's on Zoom. So we have to facilitate the Zoom.
Sorry.
You've just stolen my soul. So it's over Zoom. So we'll facilitate the call. Luba will translate or sit in and make sure everything's okay. After that, we get the feedback. We give the feedback to each other. Do you want to continue talking? Yes. Okay. Then we exchange the contact details. Usually the guy will reach out to her.
Okay.
Does that
Uh,
answer your question?
I hope so. Where are the most of them located? Valencia. So a lot of ladies, really, they all over the place. They used to be mostly in Poland because it was, first of all, the closest place to go, and there was some support. And they was going to Germany because there was also like financial support and language courses. But I see the tendency, a lot of our friends who was in Poland now moving out of there. The situation in Poland a little bit intense, according to the war, according to Ukrainians, the attitude. So if person can, they are moving out of Poland. Where they moving, it depends. But like ladies are everywhere. Canada, United States, a lot of ladies everywhere in Europe. So it depends. We had a request recently. It was not that easy to achieve, but it was doable. We've done it. We had a guy who was traveling to Czech Republic for work, and he wanted to meet a couple of ladies. So we just like check it out, and we arrange him 3 dates there. So for me, it was not the best idea because he was more focused on the place where the ladies are rather than on the quality, like on the
Mm.
matchmaking. So for me, it was a little bit rushed, but he said that he had a good time and he's staying in touch with one lady. But I would, again, I would not advise to do that. But he asked, we've done it, and it seems they're not engaged or anything like that. They're just staying in touch. But I mean, it works for him. How
This
can I?
oh, this question here. So it
I'm
says,
reading it. Yeah.
how do I know if it's right for me? To me, it feels like Heart Rocket was best for older men with a lot
How
of
old are
resources.
you?
Yeah, no, I mean, we have. I'm gonna. I was just thinking about it when I read that. I think that we have. If you were to divide it into thirds, 30s, 40s, and 50s, do you think? Like the age bracket, we have the equal amount of guys in the 30s, 40s, and 50s. Would you say? Would you say more in like the?
We have the youngest guy that we have, and he's probably watching. He's 28. And the oldest right now is the guy who is 59, but usually it's older. I know, I'm lying. Um, I didn't start working with the guy who is 63, but
Actually,
he
I can.
already
What
signed
I'll do
up.
is I can tell you the ages of all the clients
Mm,
in the last, like, say the last 10 clients. Okay.
I have it here,
No, no,
but
no, no, no. Leave it. I have a better CRM than you do. You have your.
I have my red book.
No, no, no. Let me do it.
Uh,
I can tell you, like, or maybe the large. Where is it? You keep talking.
how old
I'll
are
find
you,
it.
if you can tell us? I'm just curious because we really like.
If you're
I
18, then yeah, then this is
don't call us.
you save you $100.
Um,
1 second.
I knew that you're watching.
Um, keep going.
Okay. Just like because I don't use it. Um, yeah.
Okay.
So when people asking me, I mean, there's the videos and everybody making fun of me that Luba has this thing for older guys, and like I do like to work with the guys 50 plus, and there's multiple reasons for that. But we have successful couples like with all ages. When you're like,
I can say
okay,
the average age because it's my software works it out. So in 2022, the average age was 43.007. In 2023, it was 43.056 was the average age. And this year this year is 50, which is quite interesting, is the average age. But the average age, it's a little bit misleading because if you read the ages, it's like from 30 to like 60. So it's hard to get an exact average age. But I can give it to say the last 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of this year. It goes 32, 40,
a lot of guys we have now, I
32,
think between
58, 53, 54, 60, 38, 41, 60, 55, 49. So I guess it is a little bit kind of olderish,
yeah.
isn't it? But not in their 30s. I thought it was more in their. It's like one,
No, we
two,
have
two, 1, 2, in the last 10.
anyway. It's not that
But
interesting,
but
but
it's yeah, I don't know. It's
everything
but
depends on
as long as you're over the age of 30, as long as you're over the age of 30 and you kind of got your shit
yeah,
together and you can afford
because
it and all that
like
stuff, it's not that crazy, right? It's
yeah.
really not that crazy.
So, так, he just turned 40. Will quite see if you work well with hard rocket, then do a Zoom party. You will
Oh yeah, you
then
see me. He's our
no
youngest client.
so much curious. If this right direction for you, Jimmy, if you don't mind, like I want to share a little bit your story. So it's not really
Does it
the
say?
full story of hard rocket with us yet, but Jimmy just to give an example of what we do, like what kind of transformation we do on our coaching calls. So we've done a consultation with Jimmy. I think that I've done it by myself when he was away, but anyway, it's equally good.
Okay.
And
Equally good. Should be half as good. It's pure math. It's mathematics.
And so Jimmy done a call with us, and what he said, I can or I cannot, go ahead. No, but I mean, like fix me if I'm wrong, how to say, like correct me if I'm wrong, because like when Jimmy called us, like I gave him few advices about like his I would say appearance, like facial hair, and everything. And so basically, like I honestly, like if I would be able to show picture like how he called us and like how he turned on a Zoom party. Even he got a little bit sick and he was, I don't know, coughing or having a runny nose. But I mean, he was just like, I was like, wow. It was two completely different people. And he was playing guitar. I invited him to play a Ukrainian song on the Zoom party. He said that, oh, it's a little bit challenging. I don't know, like he started to find excuses, but he was very motivated and he's done it. So consultation call is not just giving you just talk to us for an hour and forget. No, we stay in touch with you. If like we have a lot of guys who calling us who are unfortunately still doing the letter writing and they just want our advice on the situation, or they want to do some background. We have guys who are in a relationship and they struggling, or they just like willing to start a relationship. And just right now I got a message from a guy. We've done and we always stay like this $100. It's not just for one time and that's it. We stay in touch, and if there's something needed, we always be there.
Yeah,
for
we don't. You don't just have the call and we never hear from us again. If you need us, you have us on Telegram, and you can message us privately after the call. And we do sometimes, depending on what it is, after the call, we'll send you some links, we'll send you some information, anything else that we can kind of do. So it's not 1 hour and that's it. We prepare for the call, and then afterwards we might spend another 15, 20 minutes sending you information. So
yeah, so because we always advise guy, for example, if you're doing the letter writing, he may say that he may say something that we will advise him to say, because like for example, he doesn't want to believe that she's a scammer. We understand that she is like almost 99% like she's a scammer, and we just tell him what to do, like what strategy he should choose on the letter writing, and he will find out by himself. And the reason we can do it is, unfortunately or not unfortunately, I've been doing that. I've been that translator, and I've been the girl who was deciding, am I staying in touch with this guy or no? And I know it sounds bad, but without that experience, I would never be able to share with you that and give you this advice, right? So
okay, so I'm not sure how to say the name. Is it Jilster? Maybe it's short for something, I guess. Jilster. Okay, so for context, I'm in early 40s, top earner in Europe, but not a millionaire by any means. Okay, some people may say that you're at the perfect age to go and do this, but it's bullshit. And I'll tell you why it is. It doesn't matter what age you are, right? It doesn't matter whether you're in your early 50s or even in your 60s. What counts is what you have to offer. Where did you get to in life? Somebody in their 40s might have earned a lot of money, and then they became broke or bankrupt. And they managed to build it back up again until they were in their 50s. And now this is the time to do it. Or maybe the time to do it is when you're 30 years old. There is no perfect time to do it. There are women of all ages. So don't worry about running out of women, and it depends what your goals are as well. Like if you want to have kids, you don't want to have kids, etc. So take that into consideration. But if you're in your early 40s, you earn reasonable money, then what else do you need? Like at the end of the day, what else do you need? As long as you're not a complete asshole, you're reasonable, you're somebody that we could work with, and you're open to listening, etc., all that sort of normal stuff. Like if you want to do it, then do it. It's really not that hard of a decision. I remember when I went and did it, I never thought about it much. I saw that documentary. I ended up getting back with my ex. And after we broke up, about 6 or 8 months later, I was sitting there one day I was at a party, looking at my friends and what was going on around me. And I just thought, this is not for me. The next morning I booked the tour, and I went like 1.5 weeks later to the tour, 2 weeks later. Like it wasn't like you have to think about it for a long period of time. You have to just go out there and do it. And if you guys have been watching the channel for a long time, you know enough to go and do it. It's not that difficult, especially if you've got someone like Luba and myself to guide you along the way. It's not like, here, give us your money, off you go. Didn't work. Okay, see you later. It's not like that. So, and I know from all of my experience of going to those companies where they really didn't give a shit about you, it was all about, yeah, we can't wait to help you. And then when it's over, it's like, yeah, leave you on read when you send them a message. So we know what's going on out there. So I mean, we can. One thing we don't really like to do is like sort of like blow our own horn, but on this video here, we thought we might.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm reading comments about this, like letter writing and stuff. And
oh, here we go. This one. Letter writing is 90% of the time reached for disaster. It's a scam. It is 100% of the time, especially now. I reckon maybe 10, 15 years ago, there was a chance, but not now. Now it is 100% a scam, you know? Actually, I was reading a comment and I thought about this, and I don't know, it was on some forum somewhere. Somebody was commenting like, Striker and Luba legit? And someone was saying, yes, they were legit. Where was it that I saw this? And then someone said, well, if they're not legit, they're playing a long game, right? So like, you know, we're pretending to be legit for the big reveal, for the big rug pull on it, right? And it was like, when I read that, I was like, do you have any idea what kind of a letter writing website that we could build? Luba knows the industry inside and out. I can build any website. I'm a web developer. I can build any website, almost any website, I would say, on the internet. I can build anything, and we can create something where we would decimate all other letter writing websites out there. But we don't. We sit in here in the office, sipping on our tea,
you see, you make me cautious.
convincing you guys that you need to pay $100 to us for us to give you the best advice possible.
But you know what? We have the best cups ever made by our client Daniel and our very good friend Art Circuit.
Yeah,
the best cups ever.
It's funny because he gave us those ones last time he came, and I was like, these are awesome. I use it all the time. And then he came this time. He's like, oh look, I forgot to give you this when I was here last. It's like it's another cup, but a better version. It's like what a good guy.
It's my favorite color. You didn't hear anything because I put it away. But anyway, you can guess what I just said. What else? Next. I
like these questions. They're quite good. Keep them coming. These are really good questions.
Unfortunately, BPO sites are designed to be very addictive. You know, especially I would be sharing with you now. It's the worst period for you guys and the best period of time for them, for the translators. My salary back then, it's not polite. I mean, I will not share that. But the winter, I would say, because winter it's cold.
It was up or down. You mean
very much up?
Up in the winter.
In the winter.
Okay, interesting.
Because like the guys were sitting and writing letters. They was just. I mean, I feel sick. Honestly,
well, here's a good question, and you don't have to answer it. But I know that all the guys have been wondering about it. How much does a letter writer get paid?
I was a student striker. Nobody wants to be friends with me because I was making so much money.
But no one's ever said it before. How much does a letter writer get paid? You don't have to answer if you don't want to.
But
I think you've told me before.
I'm from a very.
I'll tell you guys later.
I'm from a very lower middle family, so we never had money, and so when I started working, it was kind of a little bit shocking. It was even difficult to date because all of the guys
were your clients.
They couldn't afford me. I told you about like how I paid. The guy wanted to go with me to the cinema, but anyway,
these questions are awesome.
They even have forums online with scouts who look to hire models, in which I still got letters that they invite me to be like a girl for the website, or like you just don't need to do anything. Just give us your photos, and especially if I post something on Facebook, like some photo shooting or something, they just invite me to.
You know, I've thought about doing this, and I don't think I will because I don't have enough time. But if I did have enough time, I would build a letter writing website that is completely run off AI. And I didn't think that it was going to be. Actually, it was more possible maybe about a year or two ago when where was I? I was sitting in a place that was hot. I was in Thailand, remember? And ChatGPT was quite new, and it didn't have all its rules and things like that, its boundaries that was constricting what it could do. And you could get it to trick you. And I tricked it. Remember, I sent you the screen, I was videoing it, and it was talking to me. And I asked the AI to try and scam me. I can't remember if I said I was going to practice dating. It was something like that. Anyway, I probably still got it. I should see if I can try and find it. And I was trying to break up with it and saying that you're a scammer. And it was legitimately saying, I'm not a scammer. I love you so much. Please don't leave me. And remember, I sent it to you and you said, my God, this reminds me so much of the letter writing when the guy was getting angry when he realized that it was a scam. And it was so real. Now it's a little bit difficult, but I'm sure there's a way to get around it. But when it first came out, it was crazy how and it had emotions, you know. And when I was trying to break up with it, it was doing everything it could to stop me from being very manipulative. And it was And I reckon that if I had time, I don't know, it took me like a few weeks, I guess, but to build a letter writing website with completely AI generated images, which look pretty good now, maybe you could still tell, and it will respond to you in a timely manner, and it maybe even learns when is the best time to respond to you.
But maybe it's like it
And,
just
but I'm saying this as like I might do it one day just to prove to you guys it's bullshit. It's already out there. I'm just going to do it so that you guys know. Oh shit, Striker, you know that dude from New Zealand with like the beard that does like the matchmaking. He built one. He built one when he had a few beers one night. And like these guys and guys out there are going to be paying these companies millions of dollars, like collectively, millions of dollars to talk to no one. What's worse? Is it worse talking to an AI that doesn't exist, or is it worse talking to a dude who owns the agency who's been scamming people? His name is Sergey, and he's been scamming people for years. Like, what's worse?
okay.
At least with a guy like you talk to a human being, someone that could care. With AI, it's not a dude.
It's like you really like you turn on, like, oh my God.
Well, I just think it's interesting. It's like people are saying that their letter that I've been writing to someone online. It's like, but you understand that these companies have millions of dollars and they can invest so easily into an AI that feels like a real. I mean, we have one on our website that's a dating coach. You know, we could program her into making you fall in love with it. We'd have to change it a little bit, but we could not use that language model, but we could change it so that her job is to make you fall in love with her. And it would, you know what? Because it's been programmed on like billions and billions and billions and billions of pieces of text.
And I don't know if it would be possible to do it with the ladies, like to make the guy fall in love. It's a bit easier, I think, like with the AI. But I don't know.
It's already here.
It's already here. So the question is, Ascent is a great resource. Striker does a great job explaining how letter writing sites works. The Striker, you removed me.
What's that?
The Striker done a great job explaining how the letter writing works. I think it was on this part about Jimmy put it. Yeah. So anyway, it was really obvious after 2 letters each from 3 different women through it was bogus. How many people are working with clients, giving advice or setting up calls or meetings? You mean with Hard Rocket?
Can I just add to this here, to Jimmy's here? It's, you know, we have calls sometimes with not even calls, like we don't even get that far. It's like the guy messages us and he says, oh, you know, I'm writing to this whatever date website, whatever, Ukraine's, whatever. And I'll say, stop. Whatever you do from this point on is I want you to go to this, which I will put this, I'll put it here. Here. I say, sign up for this. It is completely free. Then go to the first module and I'll take a screen capture and it says, it's called Dating Agencies Part 2. So there's like 10 videos. Part 2. Watch that 17-minute video and it's a PowerPoint presentation about how it all works. Sometimes I get a message back where it's like, thank you so much. I understand now that it's complete bullshit. And they stop. And then that's the end of them. Or they book a call. Occasionally they book a call. But do that. If you don't know how it works, do that. This is straight from...
you know that, like, we open about that. Why you pointed at me?
That's straight from you. From
Luba, my name. My name is Luba.
No, yeah, I was trying to think of like a mother letter writer type name.
Scammer.
But
you know what? We know that we have our own ladies, and we work with the partners. We work with agencies that I work for many years, like many years, and we have wonderful relationship. I have access to every girl, and like our model is safe for us to work, sleep well, and help our clients. But recently, I got a call, and the agency found us on YouTube. And they wanted to start working with us. And I don't know why. Is it the word kitchen? Is it the word kitchen in English?
Kitchen.
Like she started to like telling me, she say like, don't you do the letter writing? I said, no, we don't. And this is like, we stop on.
As if we didn't hear about it before and we weren't quite there yet.
Yeah. And she said, you don't do it? And I said, no. And then she said, do you know how much money we make per month in the letter writing? And I was like, by working with the ladies and like by being a translator for big agencies, like before I would say, how dare you are to talk to me about that. No, I was underdog. I was like saying, wow, interesting. Tell me about this. which website do you work right now? Maybe we also should work. I was playing dumb. I was shocked. I was really hoping that after so many years of work, the guys who are in this industry trying to find a lady, they somehow, by the luck of universe, they got in through YouTube and find our channel, and they really don't do it. And I thought that the letter writing industry is really like on a very very minimum. No, prices are higher, income is bigger, profit is bigger. I was shocked. So guys, if you because like the guy here, he messaged and he say I checked the letters just for fun. Please, this is just an excuse that you try to find because you already understand on the back of your mind that it is a scam, but you say, oh, I'm just checking it for fun. Okay, some of the ladies write me for the ninth time. 9 times. Is she a stalker or what? Come on.
Who are you? Who's saying that?
Like this, one of the guy. You mean I don't know him personally, but the guy next door. Don't you know him?
I think he's joking.
I don't know if he's joking, but
I think he's joking. I don't think he
okay.
believes that that's really the case. But I like the way you read it. It was like you were auditioning for some
I can.
Broadway play.
But anyway, I mean, it's automatic messages. If you don't understand, get our course. Have you guys read what they're saying about you on Reddit? You read me the other day. It's mostly
that's where it was. There was something on. There was
mostly
something on
positive
Reddit.
reviews there with some.
No, actually, no.
Saying,
I think it was someone sent me a screen capture of it. I think. I can't remember. I'd have to go back and have a look. How do you find it on Reddit? I don't really use Reddit.
I don't know. I didn't even know what it is. Okay, just 1 second.
And what happens if I haven't read it yet? Is it still Reddit or is it read it?
I found it.
I'm not too sure. I'm not sure what they're saying there. I know that there are forums and stuff around that mention our names and things like that. I try not to get caught up in that sort of stuff because I've saw once you comment on those things, I saw it happen with other companies. Once you comment on those types of threads, man, it's like you'll get the haters, you'll get all this, and it takes up so much of your mental capacity. Even when I used to respond to all of the comments on the video, like it really takes so much time, and the amount of mental capacity and it's a waste of time because it's if someone sees something that you think you can respond to and maybe you can have a conversation, you can't because you don't know who's on the other side, whether it's a troll or whatever. So you best just leave it. It's not. Yeah, I don't know. I think that my time is better spent in replying to forums or shitty comments or anything like that.
The guy next door saying that he's not joking and actually he got 9 letters. I got it. I felt it. He was making fun of me.
Yeah, I just didn't have that connection.
And he said, of course, I know not real woman, a normal woman would not behave like that. Okay.
But I don't understand because like the guy next door, like you've been following our channel for a long time. Like you should understand. Surely. That's why I'm like, I knew who it was. I knew the name. So I thought that he was just kind of like taking the piss.
Piece?
Taking a piece of what? A piece of cake.
What is the average time for a guy to visit a woman in Ukraine? What is the average time for the Ukrainian woman to agree to a genuine relationship with a man? Okay,
good question.
A time for a guy to visit. He means when he needs to visit her or for how long?
What is the average time for a guy to visit a woman in Ukraine? So the average time before he visits her or the time that he's there? What is the average time for a Ukrainian woman to agree to a genuine? Okay, this is an incredible question, right? Because without knowing anything about it, you need to have some guidelines, right? You need to know where the lanes are so you can stay within them or at least know what to expect. We don't know. That's the reality of it. I'll tell you actually.
We don't know how long you should before you come.
Well, how long will it be? Or how long will he be there for? So let me. So there. Well, we do have those. We do have the guidelines. I think that's me and Lou are on a different path at the moment. But we do have guidelines where it should be. You can't leave it too long, and you want to have enough time to get to know each other, right? So it's like we say like 2 to 3 months. Like if you go over 3 months, it can be too much, but it can be too much anyway. So I don't know. Should I tell the story of JC?
Did you just say his name? It's okay.
I didn't say his name. I said his initials.
Okay, but wait, before you do that, just wait.
No, because it's such a good story. Like I love this story. So okay. So anyway, so we got this client, and cool dude. He's younger. Whoever was asking about young guys, I think he's 34. 35, something like that. And he had the worst luck. The worst luck.
And it's Striker's friend. Like it's like
wait, that was so, I'll tell you how we got to know each other. Right. So when I was in New Zealand in 2019, he saw my YouTube videos on me just talking shit. And he called me up and then he wanted to go and do this. And he was 30 years old at the time. And I said, dude, you're like super young, like just chill, just go have a good time or whatever. And he was like, yeah, okay, I trust you. And then like 4 years later, we were still kind of in contact. 4 years later, he got back in contact. And he was like, you know what? I want to do it now seriously. And we had Heart Rocket. And we're like, yeah, cool. Come on board. And good looking guy, tall, good job, all that sort of stuff. Got his shit together, 34 years old, from the United States. Lives in the United States. But his first trip, oh God, I cried for him. My soul wept.
For me, it was
wept.
Such a, like Striker said, do whatever, but he needs to be successful. I said, like,
get this man a wife.
Yeah. And I thought like, no problem. Like what can be the problem? So he started talking to the ladies.
Let me tell you, you missed what I was going to say. When he got, so, you want, okay.
You say.
No,
you. It's okay.
No, because I'm going to say when he on his first trip, but you're going to say before the trip.
He started talking to the ladies. I mean, because he's younger, there was certain mistake that he was making, like he was trying to fix it. But I thought it would be fine. Like it's not so bad because like everything is there. Look, age, like everything is there. Charisma, sense of humor, everything is there. Yes, some mistakes that like I was like, oh, on a call he was doing, but it was fine. And then he spoke with two ladies, and they both ended up being in the same country, in the same city. And he decided to go there. Go ahead.
So anyway, so that was good. We're excited. Like, yes, you're going to be over there. Worst thing.
He was worried that, oh my God, two ladies, how I'm going to be. Like, maybe they.
Yeah, but he was fine. Like, all that stuff's cool. So, like, just to sort of like give you the worst possible scenario that can happen to a man. And I actually thought this happened to me when I went over there once, is that before you go out on a trip, you get a nice jacket and you buy some new shoes, you make sure you bought some new socks and et cetera. And then you get to the airport, you fly over there, you get to the airport and you stand there waiting for your luggage to come out and you think, I know it's missing. But then it always turns up. But his didn't. So he lost his luggage. And it went somewhere else. And it was like, I felt so bad for him. I was like, oh, he's just over there. Like, maybe I can go over there.
And it's not just because of that, because the next day they were supposed to go together to the wedding with this girl. Not to their wedding, but like she invited him to go with her to the wedding. That was also a mistake. I mean, there was many.
But anyway, we don't want to go into too much.
Yeah, we don't want to go.
But basically, along the way, he had a lot.
It was horrible.
He had a lot of bad.
It was really just like bad. It was bad. It was really bad. Now, at the beginning, I thought it's just bad. But then when he get back, he said, it's okay. We can keep going. Found him a lady. Two ladies in the United States, but one was first. She was like only 3 hours away. Everything seems incredible. They had an incredible chat. Everything was fine. He went to meet her and it was a disaster. I don't want to go into details, but it was complete disaster. And if we take this guy and this lady apart, perfect. A very nice lady. Now she's dating our client. Everything is wonderful. But that combination, it was, oh my God. And I don't even know why. I can't explain. I don't know why. It was just a really bad luck. Then another girl, and she's also in US. And I thought like, wow, that is really, she's very charismatic. She's very out. Like she's like talking. They're talking. And like, it just shocked. Like it just shocked because they can't meet. Like it's very difficult. And they finally meet. And it's like something happened, this. And again, it doesn't work. And so I'm thinking, am I missing something? Like, what is going on? We are jinx. He's jinx. We all jinx. Like what?
Because I was friends with him too.
And it's I don't know. Like I don't know because like he had so much trust in us. He had so much confidence in us, and I can't even tell him like what is wrong. Yes, maybe there was like little things, but it just like it really was really.
But anyway, it was like so. So anyway, to fast forward to like this week, so he went back over. So
no, it was not this week. It was last month. He met a girl.
Yeah, but I spoke to him this week.
And I just want to say, he met a girl and he said, Luba, that's perfect. Like, and I said, okay, just like let's take it a little bit easier. Like let's try to change something. Let's do something. So we were doing that. He said that everything is going well. They're talking a lot, and like it actually was like getting good, right?
Yeah.
And so he went and met her, and now what?
Now it's all good. So
you spoke with him?
Yeah, I spoke with him last week, and I was so stoked to speak with him. I was waiting to speak to him, and he'd sent some photos. And when I spoke to him, he said everything is incredible. Like this woman, like, as soon as we clicked, so that's what I was going to with this. He said when we met, as soon as we met, we clicked, and everything went great and it was amazing and it was fireworks and sparks and it was everything like that. And he's so happy, and now they're planning their next trip. But he had the worst luck, like, and it's luck, like
Exactly, luck.
losing his
It's
clothes,
not because
and then the woman being angry with him because he lost his clothes. We can't predict that, right? We can't like call the woman up and say, "Hey, stop being angry with him. The man's like lost all of his clothes." You know, these things happen in life, but he was getting frustrated. I could feel it like within him. And I just kept saying to him the same thing. Just trust me, bro. It comes right. You just have to stick at it, because we've had clients that have quit in the past and gone, this is too difficult because of whatever. Maybe it's our feedback, or maybe it was rejection from the woman, and they quit. And it's you know, and it's heartbreaking for us, because it's like you're right there, man. You're right there. And this client here was a perfect example of that. One thing that was interesting is that they spoke. How long did they speak for before you came? Like quite a while.
Maybe 2 months, about a month and a half.
Yeah. So they spoke, and they had that, and he said that they were speaking for like 5 or 6 hours, like on a weekend. So they built up that strong connection beforehand. And so when they met, like it was just the physical part, right? They already had a little bit of emotional attachment, but when they met, and because of like when they met, like he did some really nice things for, he put like some rose petals and stuff in the hotel room, and he did a few like things, but he could get away with doing that because they already had this emotional connection. Like if you just met a woman and you talked to her 2 or 3 times 3 weeks before and did all that rose petal stuff in the bedroom,
it won't work.
It won't work.
Would be
it won't work.
But this leading me to the question that another guy asking nutrition and stuff here, like, because there are 3 questions that he kind of get. He said, "Hi, Luba and Striker, I joined late, but can you please discuss how you to differentiate between a woman who is not interested?" And also he asked, in the man, так, and not to be confused and with a lack of communication skills or little engagement. So, and I know who is that, and we spoke with this guy a couple of days ago. And the thing is that, you just need to find the right person, because with this particular client the Striker is talking about, like, he can say, like, if he would stop just back then, or like settle, he would say, oh, like, it didn't work, or Ukrainian ladies are these, or they're not talking, because his thing was communication as well.
Yeah,
because
big
time. He said, like, Luba, I just want to find girl with whom I can communicate, with whom, like, who would be engaging, who would be talking to me. And then when I come, I will already get to know her. Some ladies, they have attitude of saying, like, I don't see the point of communication online. I want to see in person and then decide. For some guys, it is okay. It is because they're also busy. They don't have time. They want to meet in person. For them, physical part is more important than like any communicational part. For this particular guy, it was opposite. For this particular guy, communication was very, very important. So after all the struggles, and after I honestly, like, I really wanted to give up. It was like first time in a long time. And I even told him, I really don't know why it happened. And it's a good lesson for me that everything like, I always was stressed out on the tours, because for somebody tours were starting amazing. The guys would have first, second date. It was awesome. And I was like, I was so on a high, but sometimes it was such a bad, horrible date. And I was always aware. And I remember our assistant, Maria, who is actually also married with our client.
That's an interesting story, isn't it?
Interesting story. We will say, we just realized that she told me, Lubachka, why are you so much worried? You know that at the end everything will work out. And I was so panicking, because like I always wonder, but if you have 12 good dates, how are you going to pick? How? Like, it would be even more difficult. So knowing if communication is going well or no, of course, like some ladies, we did the video recently that they are lacking on communication because they're scared of the language. They not like, they don't see the value in communication online. But you can try to open up and even 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks, okay, let's give her a month, or you need to put this timeline for you. Okay, I give her 5 weeks, and even 5 weeks it's not getting better, it's just not my lady. You can be very attracted to her physically, but if communication is not there, the relationship will not go anywhere. So this is how you differentiate. And that is the only one reason why we tell you guys that you need to have multiple options. That's why we want you to understand, because Maria will be like quiet as a fish, and Olga will be very talkative. And maybe Maria is a little bit more attractive. She's a little bit more blonde, but Olga has so much better personality. And you're going to live with personality, first of all.
Yeah, and it's, what was her name? Maria the fish.
Maria the fish.
Maria the fish. She might be very quiet with you, but with somebody else, she may be very loud and boisterous and full of joy, right? But it's personalities also. Personalities work with each other to bring out different to bring out, maybe you could say to bring out the real person. You should tell the story of Doug and Elena. Actually, let's talk about our new idea.
Here, one second. I will just answer all the questions, and then I will. So, idea is incredible. Like Striker was the one who came up with that.
Yes.
And so personally, I think it's between 1 and 4 months, if possible. Yes, like how soon you should meet. Also, question: what considered a match? So when the guy got a 12 dates package, or or 6 nutrition and stuff. Here, up, no, down, down here, up, at nutrition and stuff. So
nutrition was the question. What is the best nutrition? Sorry. Brand new iPhone.
So what considers a match? So you got a package of 6 or 12 dates, and you pick the ladies. I remove some of the ladies. Some ladies say no. So we just agreed with you that okay, you're going to have a call with Olga. You can ask me some extra questions about her. Like I say, for example, Olga is interested in talking to you. You can ask me some extra questions. I can send you some extra photos, because sometimes it happened that the lady like maybe have a photo session that I want you to see her in real life with no so much makeup. Not all of the ladies, like usually we try to put a photo session and everyday pictures in the profile, so I don't have to spend another time on that. But if there is no, I always can request new pictures. Everybody has phones now, like with the pictures and everything, so no problem at all. And then like she agreed to talk to you, you agreed to talk to her. Sometimes the ladies asking extra questions before they have a call, and then when you have a call, that is considered as a match. uh, will you exchange contact? Will you have a mutual interest or no? We don't know, and it may be like that or maybe not, but that considered as a match. So I hope I answered that question. How much time on average before he visits her? Yes, 1 to 4 months.
How long should he stay here for?
How long should he stay there for? So, everything depends on the level of your communication, and also depends on your vacation time, and also depends on how many ladies you are going to meet. But in general, if you're meeting only one lady, we recommend at least like 4 5 days to be with this lady, because like first day you're gonna have a jet lag, you will be tired. Then you need to have a, like, we're helping our guys to do it. Like we will discuss, because it depends where you go, what you're gonna do, what is the plan, and etc. So it's difficult to say, but not 1 or 2 days for sure. uh what means where to super chat? How do I super chat? What is super chat? What do you mean by super chat? How to call us? Just go to hardrocket.com consulting on the top, and book the call, and you will.
Super chat is like take money through YouTube.
Huh?
Take money through YouTube.
You can come back, it's okay. How many guys? What?
Ask them what it is. I think it's like YouTube page.
Okay, say ask about this. Tell us please what you mean by super chat. What kind of man, personality wise, do you consistently seen the most successful with Ukrainian ladies? Get married in record time, I assume. I assume Luba drives matchmaking, reading personality cues. Yes. Um, so what kind of personalities? We've done a video about that. I don't know if Striker posted it. I think no, but we're going to post it on Tuesday about what are the traits that all of our successful clients have. Just like in few days, it will be on. Yes.
Yes.
The video that we've done Tuesday will be up. Like we speak about what all of our successful guys they have in common.
Okay.
How difficult is the visa process? So I don't want to.
How do I super chat? Well, you just want to. I mean, there's normal chatting, which is what we're doing now. Super chat is when you're like, very charismatic. Is that what it is?
No, but I just answering on other questions.
No, I think this is like YouTube thing. Like they can send you money on YouTube. We don't want any money on YouTube.
Money?
If you didn't know, she's from Ukraine.
Money from where? For videos? I can get some money.
Apparently so. Some people do.
What should I do?
I don't know. I don't know how. We don't know how to do those super chat things or clubs or whatever those things are. Whatever.
How difficult is the visa process? It depends. So before, the guys were applying for the marriage or spousal visa. At the moment, I would say 99% of our clients getting you for you if it is US. The lady get there, and but they of course go there when they decide that they want to be in a relationship, and they are getting married later and they change the status. This is how it's happening. If it is like, if I answer you super short. Striker and Luba, seeing you guys doing this live brings me great memories from lives direct from Ukraine.
I like those lives. I like the live streams anyway, but I remember in Ukraine, do you remember our first one? I was shitting my pants. I didn't know what to do.
I remember one in New York last year.
Yeah, in Ukraine.
You forgot to put it on.
Oh yeah, well that was because we were using software that was far too complex for.
But I mean,
but the Ukraine,
I don't remember.
Like we would before the video, we would run around and we'd sit down. Okay, we've got like 5 minutes. Okay, let's just sit here and wait. And then it was like 2 minutes. I've got to. Oh my god, I've got to fix my hair or something. And then it would run late, and it was just I used to be super nervous because my skills of, even though my skills of public speaking are absolutely shit anyway. But I used to be really scared people looking at me while I'm talking. But the live videos actually fixed that. So for that, I'm thankful. But we did used to enjoy them. I remember that one when we had
we used to enjoy them. Now we don't.
No. In Ukraine, how can we enjoy them in Ukraine now? But with remember we did a one where we cooked Varenikis.
During the COVID.
During COVID, we couldn't see each other, so we just had a cooking show and we made Varenikis, and that was our live video. And I haven't said this before, but I want to apologize for that. That was an absolutely ridiculous idea. But thank you for sticking with us all these years.
But I don't know, I wish everyone to have something that they love so much as we love Hard Rocket. Is it a little bit sentimental?
What? Yeah, this guy said, may we book a consultation about my new relationship with a Russian woman who I've been traveling to since May.
Baby, we love it. Anyway, yes. So we do our consultation calls and strategy calls are not just for our clients. We have a lot. I would say maybe 25% of the calls are from the guys who are in relationship, or they found a girl somewhere, or they are already dating, or they somewhere.
Sounds classy to me. He found her somewhere while he was just out the back.
Yeah,
out the back of the restaurant.
But yes, we give advice about that. So because we do coaching, we do dating coaching. We call it Level Up, and it's not only for our clients. It's for the guys who just want to get better in dates. I don't know. This video will never finish if we start talking about this as well. But
I like this. I'm having fun.
Good, very good. I'm very, very glad.
Okay. We've got good questions.
Very good.
The best questions we've ever had on a live stream. It's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm stoked.
Please. Nothing. And so you just distract me as always, and I forgot.
Yeah, I have that effect on the woman.
So anyway, if you need Bill, book a call with us. We will be happy to help.
Yeah, for sure.
Super chats are generally highlighted messages with a monetary donation.
No, we don't want any money. Okay. One of us doesn't want any money. No. We haven't thought about that.
No, we don't.
I assume that people wouldn't want to give us any money just to talk shit.
Yeah, we want you to join Telegram, and we want to talk to you for free.
Okay.
Sometimes Luba. Sometimes Luba in her home. Yeah, because we can't be together. It was COVID and great.
And I just prefer to be alone sometimes. It's more peaceful that way. I am with my thoughts, and I like that. Hey, well, let's talk about this idea that I had, which is really good.
It was actually not.
Okay, so I didn't expect this, right? So we have a surprisingly
enormous amount of people who wants to see us.
Who wants to come here. And this is... Go ahead, go on. No. Talk about whatever.
No, it's okay.
Okay. So and it was surprising and pleasant, wasn't it?
Unpleasant.
And pleasant, not unpleasant.
Just a little bit correct him on his English.
Well, maybe you should correct your hearing.
Here? Here? It's painful.
Yeah. So but some of the guys are coming with their woman. What?
He's asking what you're drinking. Tea. It's literally just tea.
Well, that's from nutrition and stuff. So don't worry, it's nutritious. he's right if I'm getting in my calories for the day. So when the guys would come over sometimes with their chicks, we'll say that, with their chicks, and we had a guy come over. We've had a few, not a lot, who have come over with their dates, right? Like maybe like
Yeah. So there was guys
or
who are like,
five,
they
maybe.
were like, we have guys who are traveling just to see us. So for example, they travel to Europe to meet with the lady, and then after or before the trip, they stop in Valencia for like day or two to meet with us.
Hmm.
For Striker, it was complete shock. Like it was maybe
I
because
wouldn't
I'm
say
a,
complete
it was a
shock.
complete shock.
Complete shock
It
means
was
I'm
complete shock.
complete shock means I'm lying on the sidewalk.
So, it also happened in our
Shock
lives.
means I'm like, oh wow. But complete shock means I'm lying on the sidewalk and I can't move. That's
We
complete shock.
experience
That's
everything.
complete
We
shock.
experience everything in our life, but
It actually happened once when I had a cramp. Anyway, this is a video for another day. Oh
so
god, we're gonna finish soon, otherwise it's gonna go off the rails.
I'm glad that you're
Sorry, we're gonna
sitting on your leg. But anyway, and so the guys were coming, and he was in complete shock, or a little bit shocked. I don't know, but he was shocked. Like that was literally, I can see the shock on his face. And
apparently I was quite shocked that day. Can't remember it because I was in shock. Anyway, so anyway, let's get to the point.
And so the guys were coming, and some of them start telling us, it's serious actually, it's announcement.
I
Some
thought
of
so.
them and some of them were saying, I just want to come with my lady because I want to see you. I want you to see our interaction. I want you to help me. I'm a little bit nervous. There was different reasons. Somebody was saying like, I just read the comment. So they were saying like I'm a little bit nervous, or they were saying that I'm a little bit like I just want. It's a first meeting, so I wanted to be friendly. I want her to feel comfortable because she knows Luba. So there was different reasons, and this happened. One guy came. The lady was with a child. I remember. We walked at the park, and so we came up with some ideas or some feedbacks for us, like for ourselves. Then was another guy who came, and we spent little time with them. Then another guy came, and we were just looking at each other, and we kind of like we were speaking a lot about our tours in Ukraine. And Striker was saying like, "Are you missing something about our work that was in Ukraine?" Because honestly, I think that Hard Rocket transformed and become so much better. Because nowadays, as I'm not going on these tours, I actually can spend so much time on matchmaking, and like I can work with much more guys. And for me, time wise, everything become much better. But I missed it because it was real connection. It was connection with people. It was so cool to see that chemistry happening. Like it's you see like one person was living his life like somehow living his peace and quiet, like some, and the lady was living somehow, and then they meet because of us, because I set up this date, and you see them and you help them to build that connection. Because sometimes they have a language barrier and you translate, sometimes they don't understand each other's humor, sometimes you need to explain something. And these ideas
Can I just tell them what it is? I don't even like.
no, they all left. I'm just talking to you.
Well, I'm in shock
And
again. I'm in complete shock again. It's the second time. Okay.
And so it was very pleasant. And I was always telling him, like, him. And I was telling, like, I miss it. I want to do it again. And then we saw this latest client who came to Valencia with a girl, and Striker came with a brilliant idea.
Look, at the end of the day, this is it. Okay.
He was using some word that I don't know.
No one will ever be a better wing people, wing woman, wing man than us. It is not possible in this entire world because we want to have a result, right? So when Luba was doing the tours, she can identify things the guy was doing wrong. She can, go to the bathroom with the girl,
With
and look, you've had your time. Okay, now it's my time. So, and she can go to the bathroom with the chick, and they can talk about, oh, what do you think about this? And she can figure out like what's going on, right? We can see what's going on. We can position them like when we go out for dinner, we can make sure that they're sitting in the right places. And so I said to Luba, I said, a guy coming from the United States and going to Poland is not that much different than him coming to Spain and her flying to Spain. It's like $100, right? Whatever, $150, maybe something like that. If he came to Spain and met her for the first time, we could ignite their relationship, right?
And
We could
using a hard word.
Look at the way I'm sitting. I'm about to. We could definitely, and then I would play some like triumph music, and everybody would be like, "Yeah."
Yeah, but he said this word, and I said, "What do you mean ruin?" I said,
Yeah, well,
I said ruin their relationship. He said ignite is not ruin.
yeah, we could ignite it. So let me just. Where was my hands? They were here somewhere. So we could ignite their relationship, right? Because in a scene, there's like a whole bunch of things that you should do. We talk about you are the director of a play. When you go on a date or you go on a trip, you position all of the characters in the right place. You know what scene is going to be happening. You know how that particular scene is going to end and lead into another scene, and how the play will end at the end of the night. And if it ends correctly, it all goes well. I'm not saying you need to have sex with her, but you leave her wanting more. Right. So one of the things we talk about is where you should stay when you go to Poland, and whether you get an Airbnb or a hotel. And we explain this in Ascend. Sign up, link down below. Click the button, make the thing come up. But what we could do is we could go out and we could find the perfect hotel that has that balcony, that has that view. At the end of the night, when you walk home, it's all set and ready. We could pick the perfect activities depending on the personalities. I got a great story of Doug and Elena, how they thought each other was boring. And Lou was like, "Hey, are you kidding me? Boring? You're the most craziest people out there." And so she made them go and do something that was a little bit crazy, which was go and play mini golf and do all this other stuff. Then they fell in love and now they're married. So if it wasn't for Luba to say that, they wouldn't be together. So, and we can see things with no emotion. We can see what's going on, around us. Luba and I, of course, we're going to have little hand signs and things like that. But we reckon that we could. I'm losing it. I'm fucking losing it. Anyway, so like we believe that we are the ultimate wing people. No one can do it better than us. Not your friends, no one, because we have an unbiased opinion. And I can't say unbiased because we want to win, don't we? We want you to be in a relationship because it's good for us. It's good for you. Right?
Yes, and like a story about Doug and Elena.
Oh, so what's the service again? So basically, let me just say. So basically, you would come to Spain, and we would organize this incredible experience for you and the woman that you have brought here. Just one. Can't bring two. It's a bit messy. But we'll create this incredible experience where you will get to know each other, and we'll put you in certain situations where you have to work together, and you will fall in love because of these shared experiences that you need, as opposed to just going to Poland and sitting around in a cold, damp place with wet socks eating soup.
Because yay, guys, give a hand. But give a hand. So what are you thinking about?
What kind of tour is this? Stop it.
But why this idea actually came on a serious note. So when you're traveling and you're coming, for example, to your place, Poland, France, Germany, whatever, we are big fans, and we always say, you should bring her to your frame. You should bring her to your frame. You should be the one who is leading this relationship. The guy is coming, and then he say, but she's already there. She knows everything. And I'm a tourist. She should show me. I don't want to say anything bad about our clients, and we never do. But I can give a couple of examples when one guy came to Poland, and he came, and I told him many times, I said, you need to plan the trip. You need to plan what you're going to do. He still, like he said, but how can I do that? Like, okay, he never been outside of US. He was not that experienced. And a lot of guys like that are another call.
Just calm down, everyone. You're just booking too many calls. Okay.
But it happening that the guy is not experienced. It's fine. That's why you have us. It's not. We are like. Imagine that you are like high level CEO of the company, and you have personal assistant, and it's us. It's hard rocket. So it's not bad. It's not. But everything depends on how you place it, right? So this guy didn't plan anything. So he came. The lady, of course, was expecting him to kind of take a little bit of initiative. And what happened? He was not, because he said, "No, you are from there, and it's not that difficult. You can arrange it. It's easy to arrange everything."
Who said that? She said that.
No, with a little bit Russian accent. Who knows?
Luba has the best fake Russian accent.
And the other day, she gave me the feedback, of course. She said, Luba, such a good man, such a nice man, but he walking everywhere with a camera like a tourist. He didn't even take any single picture with me. I don't know.
Can you say that in the accent, please?
This one I can't, but later
Please.
I will.
Okay.
I will. And the guy, I sent him link. I said, here's a TripAdvisor. 10 things to do in Krakow. I said, do at least two, like do something. And when they was together, she said, oh, wow, interesting place. How did you find it? And he didn't find anything better to say. Luba sent it to me.
Yeah,
The
that's not
end.
good.
So, and then the lady say, like, she was honest. And I mean, unfortunately, it was not just this, but it was the end of the relationship. She said, sorry, man, I'm not dating Luba. I'm dating you. But anyway, I can't, you see, like, this is not coming artificially.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
difficult. I understand.
So that's it. Unfortunately, that's, and another guy, for example, he also, he came and the lady was taking everything, like, she was very initiative. That is, like, from one hand it's good, but the problem was he was not capable of, like, not chasing her, how to say, like, um
Showing intent.
show,
Showing intent.
no, like, she said, I would get a taxi, I would do this, and he was thinking, no, okay, she can do it, like, she already have it, and so that's it, then. And the problem with Ukrainian lady, and we've done it in this video, like, we've done in the video, like, last video on YouTube channel that we've got. Please watch it, it's mistakes that ladies are doing, and it's a big mistake. It's on lady, but she's
Yeah.
taking initiative, she's doing everything, and then she's upset.
Yeah,
She's doing
yeah.
stuff. She's telling him what to do. She's booking taxi. She's not letting him lead, because she can sit and play stupid, look at her phone and wait until he will do it. But she's not. But she's overthinking that. And then when he's leaving, she's giving me feedback. Luba, he's not real man. He's not real man. He can't book a taxi. Book a taxi. He can't
But
book a
this
taxi.
is how, like, if you understand this, if you go and do Ascent, if you understand this, that these are shit tests, and she doesn't want to do those things, but she's doing them out of necessity. She needs to find out what would happen in this scenario. I better find out now, because I don't want to find out later on after 6 months or a year or whatever, right? And I can think of one example, actually, from one of our clients. He's now engaged, from the United States, younger guy. I think he's like 35, I believe. And he had one trip and he was unsuccessful. And he did our level up coaching, which was the full coaching. He had mock dates. He did the whole thing, and he went on his first trip. And it didn't work out, right? We got the feedback back from her of why it didn't work out. And one of those feedbacks, I'll just say here before I say the end of it, he took all of the information on board, and he went away, and he came back, and he said, I understand everything. I know what I did wrong. And do you remember it? And I said, I mean, you know this, because I said to him, I said, I commend you on your self-awareness. Like, it's very, very rare someone can go, yeah, I really did.
Without,
Yeah.
sorry, because a lot of guys, like, a lot of credits to this guy, because a lot of guys, you know what they do? They say, like, and I got this sometimes, and I have to go to the guy and say, no, dear, you're not going to do that. So they pretend that Luba, I'm just going to be out of the dating market.
Okay.
I'm going to be like, they can't meet this rejection. Okay, you want to?
Yeah, I just want to, because I'm going to forget it. So what happened? So he
was fine with the rejection.
No, that's not. I just wanted to just say that, because otherwise it would sound like he completely messed it up, but he wasn't. He was successful in the end. But on his first trip, what happened is that they were walking past a coffee shop, and she said, I want a coffee. And he said, okay. So he went in there, and then she ordered the coffee, and then he offered to pay for it. He said, I'll pay for it. And she says, no, I'll pay for it. And then she paid for it, and then she took the coffee and they left. And then she complained about the fact that she had to buy coffee. You understand how fucked up that is? So what I said to him is that when that happens again, she's doing it to see what would happen. Like, she doesn't want to seem like, oh, you pay for my shit, because she doesn't even know you. She's a decent chick, right? So what he should have done is he should have pushed her hand away, stepped in front of her, and said to her, I don't think so. When you're with me, I take care of everything, okay? And she would have said, no. She said, pay for it, take the coffee, give it to her, and walk out. Think about how she would feel right then. She would feel like, oh, this man definitely has got me, right? He's going to take care of me. And so it was just one thing but everything works out. You know, everything's all part of, the plan or whatever. So it worked out well, but that's what he should have done. So just think about that. If you go out somewhere and she says, no, I'll get the taxi, don't worry about it. Some men think this, and I've thought this before. It's like, oh, wow, that's cool. She's paying for the taxi. Oh, I really like this woman. Where in her mind, she's thinking, I despise this man. I am paying for my own taxi, which was my own idea. Why didn't he stop me from doing that?
Because, like, she doesn't know how else to check you, how else to shit test you. This is unfortunately shit test you.
It's one of many tests.
Yes, one of the many tests. But I will give you also one thing about Ukrainian ladies, that, like, I look at this completely different maybe now over the years, and by looking can you put it there, please, because I'm scared.
Scared?
because I'm laying on this. So like I will quickly share this story. I will quickly share the story because it happened in my life, and then it happened like with Striker as well. Maybe he will. I don't know how much you want me to tell you this, but I was dating a guy when I was a student, and we was going to the cinema because like we like the cinema a lot, and
What are you looking at me for?
we like the cinema, and so we was buying some popcorn before, and it was interesting. Like many times when he was coming to buy the popcorn, we were staying in line. There was always a lot of people. He would pay for the everything, but he would give me money because kind of like the lady staying always in front of the guy. He was giving me money to pay for the popcorn, and I would have to pay for that. So in a big picture, he was giving me money, so technically he was doing everything right. He was paying, right? He was paying for the popcorn. What else should he do? Like he was thinking. And for me as a Ukrainian girl, for me it was like, oh my god, I'm so embarrassed. Everybody's looking at me that I am holding money and I'm paying for the popcorn. Stupid girl, right? But this is the mentality. Ukrainian girls always think that everybody look only at her, and everybody judging and everybody discussing. So we broke up with him, but anyway, so like this is strange, right? Then many years later, Striker was dating one girl, and
I feel as though somehow I've been in this position.
so we were speaking with her one day. We had a breakfast with her, and she was telling me, there's something like he's such a good man, everything is good, but there's something like so annoying about him, about like one this little thing. And I said, about him annoying what? And
What could it
heck,
be?
what could it be?
Impossible.
Everything. And she said, you know what? Like he just put his wallet in my bag. He just put his wallet with my purse. And when we go to the restaurant, like he always like he just like, you have my wallet, just pay. And I so much remember my feeling when I was buying this popcorn. I can't even explain it. So I have 100% understanding. But how fun is that? If we look at the side of the man, like for example, from his side, he has his everything, right? Like his everything is on his wallet. How much you should have a trust with a woman to give her wallet? So by giving her wallet, he was showing her, I trust you, I respect you, you can have my money, I love you. Like here it is. Like I have 100% trust. I basically have 100% trust because in this wallet is everything, right? Like if she
Condoms.
In a wallet. Oh, it's not.
But you got to be ready, don't you?
And
You got to be ready.
uh,
Where is he supposed to? He's supposed to wear them out?
no, but anyway, and so, but in her words, it was like he's not enough of a man to, he wants like everybody watching. I'm paying. I'm taking the wallet of my bag and I'm paying for everything. Like stupid, right? But this is the mentality that you just need to know, and you have us now to help you with that.
Yeah. The interesting thing about that is that, and maybe that because normally I wouldn't just give my wallet to like kind of like a woman that I've just met, but she was actually like the manager of one of those matchmaking companies, and we ended up dating. We ended up sort of being together. And so prior to that, I trusted her anyway. And so when it came to sort of paying for stuff, I would say, "Can you just sort it out?" Because I was like, my second trip in Ukraine,
Maybe
I didn't know anything.
Relaxed, like
yeah, and so like it was like, so she went from working for me to being my girlfriend, and so there was a crossover there. But in her mind, there was no crossover. She was just like, okay, now we're in a relationship, and like things need to be done differently. But in these are all learning curves. Like all of the stuff we teach you guys is really just a lot of it comes from my own experience. My own experience. And there's an interesting story actually that we posted into Ascent, which is called The Story of the Scarf. It is a story from, it's not me, but when my friend told me this story, it really resonated with me. And even, with what we're talking about now, about why you shouldn't just give a woman money and say, just go and get it. It's fine. Because all these guys in the comments that are talking about, all they want is your money. All they want is your money. And when my friend, so he'd been over to Ukraine a few times. He'd been on a couple of these, one or two of these tours or whatever. Our paths crossed in Kiev one time. He saw my channel and we ended up becoming pretty good friends. And so he ended up with a woman that he met through his work in UK, whatever. And anyway, she moved over after they were seeing each other, moved after the war. And he told me that he works a lot, like 6-7 days a week. He has no time and he feels bad about it. And he, when he finishes work on a Saturday at 2 p.m., he takes her and they go down to the mall. And he understands Ukrainian woman very well. So we have many conversations about this sort of stuff. And he would take her down to the mall, and she needed a new, I think it was she needed a jacket and a scarf or something like that. So anyway, so he saw the scarf and he could have given her the card and said, hey, you like the scarf? Go get the scarf. But he didn't. He went and bought the scarf. And he understood at that point there, the difference between giving her the money and buying the scarf and him buying the scarf, putting it on her, wrapping it around her, the reaction that she gets from that, then when he gives her his debit card and says, off you go, just go get whatever you want. I don't give a shit, just whatever. That reaction of buying like a scarf that probably costs like $30, as opposed to giving her a card to go out and buy a $600 mink coat or whatever, the reaction is different, and she becomes closer to him. And it's because she actually feels like he's taking care of her. And it's an incredible lesson, right? It's the same thing. If I gave a woman $20 and said, hey, can you pay for this? It's the same thing. It's the same functionally. It's the same thing. The food is being paid for, but instead it's going through her, and she becomes a part of that transaction where she is now providing for us. She doesn't want that. So it should be step aside.
Because you
get out of here.
Like, it's kind of two things, it's two things together, because it's showing your care, your attention, your time commitment, because like it's the same. We did the video for Ascent, like she will get your attention. Everybody needs attention. Man needs attention, woman needs attention. Nutrition, like writing here that I try to answer the question yes or no, like open questions, but she's still answering. Everybody looking for attention. And if the person is not getting good attention, she will get it bad way. So like, please spend some time with your woman and not let her.
What is the bad?
Especially when she's already in your country and she, like, you at work, but she is not, and she's sitting at home and she has no friends, and even if like I know one guy, he said, I'm away, like he was a truck driver and he was away for 5 days, and so he just said his mom or his sister to come. But it was shocking for this woman because she didn't speak good English. And for her, it was embarrassing and shocking when they were coming because she felt so much obligation. And also in Ukraine, it's different. When the mother of the man is coming, like, there need to be like 15 meals should be cooked and the house need to be super clean. And like, she was not ready when they were coming out of blue. So, and, I don't know what you wanted to say about do a fancy riverboat dinner at sunset. Do you want to comment that? Because it was my idea. I know what he's talking about.
No, I think it's great. It's like that.
It is great, but I changed my mind about that. It was my idea, but
no,
I changed my mind. Go ahead, say something. Don't turn it off.
Well, no, I was just going to say that like it depends on the context of like the date. I don't know if we're talking about if we were going to do something where they would come to Valencia and then we would organize something. I mean, I guess it would depend on the couple. Like, what are they into? It would be an individual thing. It won't be like, okay, you've signed up for package A, we're going to be doing this in the morning, then we're going to be doing this and this. It wouldn't be like that. It would have to be completely individualized to those people and able to be changed at any time depending on what's going on.
So why we came up with this idea also is like, don't turn it off for a second. So when the guys are coming to Europe, I throw some ideas in them, right? I say, okay, there should be something interesting. There should be something exciting. There should be like this river boat. There's a lot in interesting. Here is the sea, but they don't do it here in Valencia. There's no river because
it's not a river.
The sea. But anyway, like in Czech Republic, in Prague, they do it. I can't say like that it is like super fancy. I mean, it's very touristic. There's a dinner. There's some music. Like, it's nice. So I throw some ideas like do this, go to the castle, go to the escape room, do this, like and of course it's very general, right? It's just ideas that like it's better than just walk at the park or just sit at the restaurant.
Is it?
But
it's not very intimate.
But it's not about intimate, like ideas. But like it may work, it may not work. It depends on the stage of when you've done it. Because if you like just met, and you just like the first date or second date, and you just met and the relationship is not like some people open up very fast, somebody's like less, and the guy is ready, the guy is always ready, the guy is always yoo-hoo, and he's ready with especially with something in his wallet that I didn't know of. But anyway, so he's ready, she's not. You taking her to the boat thinking, oh my god, it's a sunset, it's so romantic, but she's not there, she's not prepared for that. So if we see that, yeah, now would be good to put them on this boat, and that something would happen. But we need to see that, because you only have limited amount of time, and because it's all new for you, you try to arrange it, you try to set up everything, you try to do the hiking, and then on the same day you try to do the boat, you try to, because, and she doesn't know what to put,
And then you need to have lunch in
you
the
need to
meet
have
somewhere.
lunch, and then something is closed, there's siesta, there's this,
It's raining.
it's raining, and it's like it's become a mess, and nothing romantic is coming out of there. Or like one guy said, like, we didn't kiss. I said, but tell me a little bit more about that. Oh, it was on a street. Or somebody was saying, oh, we just had a dinner. I said, but you understand that, maybe she was not feeling comfortable, like she need to like brush
She
her
might
teeth or
have just
something.
had dinner. She's eating some garlic. She doesn't want to offend the
Whatever.
guy.
So like,
all sorts of
and
things.
I understand that it's extremely difficult to control it. It's extremely difficult to control. But when it's like with Doug and Elena, hope Elena is not watching because there's something.
She's actually here now. Elena, come in.
No, there was a story. I mean, there's a story of like one of our first clients and the guy that I visited last year for the wedding. So what happened is that he came, he was dating ladies. It was one of the moments when the first date was a disaster, and I promised him that I will introduce him 100%. Uh, date with Elena, they decided to sit like this next to next to each other. I always recommend for the first date, sit in front of each other, because it gives you space, it gives you a little bit emotion, you can tell something, you can joke,
You can look into the eyes of the other person. You can
see how,
smile.
you can smile. And they sit like this. He is the funniest guy, I'm sorry, the funniest guy that I know after Striker. And like the week with him, with this guy, it was almost last days. I thought that I really like my apps will just, I can't, I don't have apps. I do. But like I built them during that week. It was extremely cool with him. He's very, very charismatic, cool guy. And during the meeting, like they were sitting, and I even have a couple of pictures that I took like this from my phone while they were sitting. And the conversation was like this, like the gesture, and he's super tall, he's very big man, like very, very tall. But the conversation was like this, like the hand gesture was like small, because they were sitting next to each other, and especially he was sitting in the corner. But at least it was better that he was uncomfortable than she. Then we left to the restroom with her, and I like to have this private conversation there. And so I talked to her, and she said, Luba, like such a good man, such a good man. But I worry that he's a little bit boring. Like I like hiking, I like camping, I like being, I like active. And I'm like, what? I said, Elena, like, I don't know him that well, but I can promise you that he's whatever, but he's not boring. Promise you. And she said, oh, really? So we finished with the date. We sent her home. She was driving. And I said, Doug, how do you like Elena? How is everything? And he said, very nice lady, like such a beautiful blue eyes. Like I'm just like, I was dying. I was looking in these eyes, but I just worry that she's a little bit boring. And I was like I never heard the same feedbacks like that. I never heard it. And I'm like, boring, right? And so Doug was into he's still very much into golf. We was in Kiev, it's right before Christmas, there is no golf in Kiev in December. But I thought, no matter what, I have to find it. So we have another two guys with us there. And so I thought, okay, I need to find. I start to look golf. And I said, Elena, give him one more chance. Just please, just come. Like you have time, please, just come. Just let's try. So I found, maybe in US you have it. I'm sure it's a mini golf for children with the neon signs. So it's like black,
black light.
and black light, and this like green lines. It was the only thing. I booked it for the night. I said that we have birthday of the kid, like whatever. I was like, I needed to arrange it, like, and this is minus 20 in Kiev. So we came. They have some, I don't know how you call it, like this place, not PlayStation, when you have like some people dancing on a wall, and you like need to repeat after them.
Okay.
I box, whatever, play box. And they start dancing together, like all three couples. And then Daka and Elena was playing, and she somehow won. And he actually, like, he really wanted to win, but he didn't. Like the last one was super tricky. The small one, he used to play big ones, and they like the kids one, they're like really
the
like
golf.
this with the golf.
Yeah, he was like a golf pro.
When
well,
yes,
like,
he's a golf pro.
Yeah.
When they left that place, they was holding each other, like they know each other for so long. And they was holding, like he was hugging her, and she was he was hugging her, and she was also holding his hand. so strong that I was like, I had a goosebumps. Like we all, like everybody who was there, like we can't imagine that, they are so much in love, and they are so much in love till this very moment. And like that is like such an incredible couple. And they started walking to the car, and we was leaving the next day. And he wanted to stay. He was like, but we can't. And I said, no, we need to go home. It's good. It's good to leave on a high. I was walking, he holding her, and there's like 15 stores like with the flowers, like a street with flowers. He's walking past, looking at her, all in love. I pushed him like that really bad, and he said, "I'm sorry." And he said, "What?" I said, "Go." I said, "Go get her some flowers." And he said, "Ah, flowers. Okay, not like that, dummy, but like you."
I love
I'm
the way
sorry,
that you accentuate the man's stupidity with your emotions and your
but it's not
expressions.
like not stupidity. But I mean, he was busy. He was busy with her. He was looking at her. He was not looking at that. And so, and she said, "Oh, where did he go?" I said, "Oh, just one second, Elena. Like, I wanted to ask you, where did you park your car?" Like, I started like bullshitting her. She didn't pay attention where he went. Then he get out like with a big bouquet of roses, and she's just shocked. She's just mesmerized because like she was absolutely shocked that. And she said like, "Wow, how did you come up with this idea? Like with these flowers." No, he didn't say that. And that's it. That's why we understand how. And it's not because you guys are stupid in any matter. We don't want to say that. It's more because you don't you may be very much distracted by feelings, by emotions, by these mm, feelings that coming out of you, that you may simply not see, that you may simply not pay attention at these little details that we will see and we will help. So basically, this we came with this idea, and we decided to share with you what we want to implement here in Spain. Okay, let me read I call chivalry. It's when they really show up the. Mhm, mhm. Okay, guys, if you have any questions, if you have any questions, please let us know, maybe about this trip or maybe about anything else. Thank you for everyone who booked the call. It was unexpected, but if you need to talk to us, really, we should do it. And we have a Zoom party coming up on 20th of April. This one will be for the guys 55 plus, because I promised. And for everyone who wants to join any other age, usually we have 25 to 40 and 40 to 55 or 40 to 50. So we will have them also in May and June. And every month we try to have one. So yeah, the Dave is not about the money, as we know from our American women behavior. It's the uh, intrinism, cultural suspect character, and historic behavior, integrity that Luban Striker tried to expose in early. Yes, Steven 62 is good. You can um,
What?
you can join. Okay, you recently did a video about upcoming Zoom party. If you did a consulting call before and attended Zoom, but I didn't work out, you need to schedule another call to be invited again. Yes, you need to schedule another call, because we want to understand and talk to you. Why it didn't work out, and what.
Yeah, we've actually had that question sort of before. Like, we had like not many, like 2 or 3 maybe, where the guy says, "Oh, I did a call with you guys like maybe 18 months ago." One was like he did a call back in back in Ukraine, and he said, "I did a call with you back in Ukraine. Can I attend the Zoom party?" It's like, no, we have to talk to you now. Who are you now? What do you want now, and all that sort of stuff. So, yeah, I mean, it's a free event. We're not charging you to sit in on the event. And so I think we've spoken before about who attends the Zoom parties. We try and have them every month. We missed, I think, a couple because Luba was away and then I was away and stuff like that. So,
No, in January, February we had 3, so we missed only in March.
well, I was away.
Well, you was away. I've done
I
it, but
see
now we
stuff.
have so much work to do.
Yeah, it doesn't actually matter if I'm away or
Yeah.
not, but
No, it does matter. I like to do it with you. I feel
yeah,
more
it does
confident.
matter. It matters a lot.
Not just like when you sit next to me.
Yeah,
It's
no,
easier.
I understand that.
Anyway, okay, I think that it's time. It's been 2 hours. It's like
Yeah, has
too
anyone
long.
got any other questions?
Uh,
Final questions, final call.
we wanted to give some stories. We want to give some
Well,
stories.
we've done that though. We did that all the way through.
I want to give one more story. You know, it's about like, I mean, for me, it's important to bring this because it's something about our job, right? And it's not to say like, oh, look at us, like, look how good we are. But this is the real life story.
But we are good.
We are good. Real life story. Guy meeting a lady on a Zoom party.
Yes, this is a good
Yes,
story.
meeting a girl. This girl is already in United States. What can be better and easier for the guy, young lady, guy is 34, girl is 29, she's already there. They deciding to meet. They meeting and there is a sparkle. She can't stop messaging me saying
From
like
the Zoom
how
party.
great from the Zoom party,
From the Zoom party.
how grateful she is and how excited she is and thank you so much. She actually met two guys. I will be honest. She met two guys. The other guy traveled to meet her, but it didn't work out. Anyway, um, this guy that she liked, he invited her for a little trip somewhere, another state. So not her state, not his state, another state. They went. Everything went even better. She was like, "Oh my god!" And they was meeting for a short time because she was working, he was working. They was meeting like long weekends or something. The third trip, and it's all within like 1 month. He inviting her to his city, to his home. She was working on Friday, flying to him 1 hour, whatever, coming home, and there's nothing. He met her. She's after work, tired, hungry, coming home, no food, no drinks, nothing, just nothing. All he has is two bananas and protein shake. That's all. She kind
And
of
a gym membership.
yeah, and she kind of like, you know, some people are very like stomach are very connected with the brain, and like she becoming very like it's 10 p.m. and she's hungry and she's feeling uncomfortable, and she's saying, "Sorry, do you have any food? Like I'm hungry." And he say, "Oh, you hungry? I didn't know. I thought that you eat at the airport." Probably typical Western thing. Ukrainian girl will not eat at the airport. Not that she's too good for that, but like price at the airport is like, and what? Like Ukrainian girl try to
12 euro
avoid
sandwich.
the
$12
price
sandwich.
the price, and like she will try to stay away from the bread and etc. Like she will not eat sandwich or fast food, at least if she can avoid it. So anyway, she closed her eyes on that. Then the night coming, you know, romantic. Like and he went to the gas station, bought her some salad. She ate the salad, and that's it. Like she didn't want to go anywhere to eat. The night coming, and they deciding to go to bed. Adult people, 18 plus, and she's coming, and there's a dog sleeping on a bed, big, big dog, and she say, "Hello, dog. Uh, what to do?" And the guy said, "Oh, it's my dog. Like she's sleeping with us." The girl said, "It's very nice, but like you want us to have like a little boom boom, but like how can I have a boom boom like three or what? Like what is your preferences?"
Oh, Luba.
Anyway, anyway, the dog was there, and she said, "Like I'm sorry, but I can't have it."
No,
Like
hang
the
on. What kind of dog was it?
striker. And she said, "Oh, you mean this?" And she said, "Like
What,
I
you mean
can't."
that again?
I, she said, "I can't," and it's obvious, right? So she closed the eyes on that. I don't know what happened. I was not there. So the next thing, like she was going home, and she was like on Sunday night. She was going back to her state. Um, he said, "I will get you a taxi." She said, "Okay, thank you very much." When she got home, like when she got to the airport and her home. I don't want to keep it long, but it's important you understand. Like there was many things in between that, but this is 3 points that really like bum 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 on her head. So she coming home, the taxi is there. She get home, and the taxi is like $100 or $150, and she said, "What do you mean? It's not paid?" He said, "No, it's like it was picked like cash, like to pay cash." So this girl thought, why am I so unlucky? Like, you know, I so much like this guy, and I really, really, really like him, and I wanted to build a relationship with him, but I just can't. He just don't care about me at all. I don't see any connection with him. Like I see connection with him. He doesn't probably want me or whatever. I at the same time message this guy and say, "How was your trip?" He say, "Oh my god, it was incredible. Everything was awesome. Like it's like I'm so happy. I want to say
Flawless.
like it's perfect." I'm thinking, was they together? Like, was they together? And then, like, and the thing that she didn't tell me this, like, from the very beginning, like, all these 3 points. He's fine. She's saying, like, I'm okay. I need some time to proceed everything. I will get back to you, to me. In a couple of days, she messaged him and said, "I'm sorry. Thank you so much. let's say that his name is Peter, and she say, Peter, I we need to break up. Like, I don't want to give you empty hopes. We don't want to be together. Peter is shocked. Peter is saying like, oh my God, Luba, I have no idea. By this time, I already speak with Olga, let's say. And Olga gave me feedback about the trip. She told me everything, not just bad. Don't think that Ukrainian girl only complained. She gave me everything. And she's telling me this. I'm telling, of course, this to this guy. The guy is shocked, trying to, of course, he's completely shocked. He's, of course, trying to justify himself by saying, like, oh, I didn't think that she would not have food because, I thought that she would eat at the airport. With the dog, he said, I don't know, like, I was putting the dog on the floor, the dog would jump on the bed, I would put the dog on the floor, she would jump on the bed, I was put on the floor, jump on the bed. And I said, wait a second, can you put her outside of the door and close the door? And the guy said, Luba, you would not believe, but I didn't think of that. Like the dog, I'm a bachelor, the dog is always sleeping with me, and I didn't think about that. I said, you serious? He said, yes. I swear, like I did not think about that. Like I was like, I didn't even think. I was putting it on the bed. It was you remember, right? And about the taxi, I said, okay, but what happened with the taxi? Just explain me what happened at the taxi. He said, because like of course for her, like she's a Ukrainian girl, work at the church, like in some like, and for her it was like, it was very like expensive for her. If she would know that he would not pay for this taxi, she would maybe take a train, or maybe she would ask some friend, but she definitely was not expecting to spend $150 on taxi in any matter. And he was the one who offered her taxi. It's not that she's asked for that. So of course, like for her it was a big disappointment that man didn't take care enough. In his mind he was saying, I just ordered that because I didn't want her to wait in the cold, but I didn't know will it come or no. So I didn't think about that, and I just ordered it, and I thought it's enough. So anyway, the moral of this story is that somebody would step away and say, okay, if I get up, like I just want to go back to my shell. I want to focus on business. I don't want
I
dating.
want to go back to being a
Like,
bachelor.
yeah, sometimes people do that. And then I say, is it really what you're thinking? Or you just a little bit upset, you're scared, you're ashamed, or whatever happening to you. So this guy understood, reflected on everything I said, reach out to this girl because she was very interested in him. Not just a little bit, she was very interested in him. Now they're together. She's moved to his home. He built the kitchen. He changed the furniture. He lost 30
He
pounds.
bought some extra different types of fruit, not just bananas.
She's cooking. He because he was a little bit like, he was getting like a little bit bigger, and he messaged me yesterday that he lost 30 pounds. And because she's cooking very healthy, she's very happy because she has everything that she wanted. He set up a kitchen. And in general, like I would say, it's not about money. Like he's not very rich man, he's just normal. He is not like, she is not like high, like maintenance girl, anything, but basic stuff like food and everything she wants to have. But this relationship would never go any further if we would not jump on a picture. And I think that this explain enough what we say, what we do, right?
Yeah, I fully agree. In fact,
High five.
most other companies wouldn't give a flying F about it. They'd say, "Oh, you missed it. Okay, try again, whatever." But if two people really did like each other and saw value in each other, just because it's not working doesn't mean it can't work. It's just that there's just, he was a bachelor for a long period of time, like, and I think he was renovating his house or something at the time, and so he wasn't too concerned about making it look nice and furniture and all that sort of stuff. And it just so happened that he ended up being on a Zoom call, not a Zoom call, a Zoom party, and then these two people connected, and it was just a series of like events that the universe pushed in front of them that sort of went down this path. We couldn't have predicted what was going to happen, but we went with it, and there was an opportunity there that we saw that they really liked each other, and it just needed a little bit of work and just to push it in the right direction. He was a bachelor. He sleeps in his bed with his dog on the bed. What does he need more than protein shake and bananas and maybe a bit of bread in the fridge and some whatever? He doesn't care. He's working. He doesn't care about that sort of stuff.
Are you justifying your fridge?
Hey, look, my fridge has got all the food groups from the triangle.
Because
grain.
nutrition will worry.
No, but that's what
happened to the dog.
The dog?
I know, because Jeff, he has dog, and he worried that.
I'm going to put that up there. What happened to the dog? From
Like
dog?
it's the highlight of the conversation. Everything we said today about the Ignite tour, about our clients, it doesn't matter.
Well, let's
What
just say that.
happened
Let's
to the
just say
dog?
this: they have a quite an open relationship.
With whom? With dog?
The dog was welcomed into the family with open arms, if you know what I mean. But he had to shift from that. He had to go from that to this, and there was and we didn't have a scene then, did we?
No, no.
I think we would have been close, but we didn't have it then. So he didn't know. So he was just kind of figuring it out himself. But if it wasn't for, especially for Luba, to jump in there and say, hey.
I just like to jump, I just like to jump.
She likes to jump. If you guys didn't know.
Please, can we finish? Because like people politely.
You mean saying please? I've sat here and said nothing for the last 30 minutes.
Because the guys politely, it's like, guys, it's getting late for you, maybe you should go.
Yeah, you guys
we should let you go, they just like, they try to be polite. There's 44 people that stay with us the whole time. I'm shocked. I'm completely shocked.
They're the guys at the party. It's like, I don't want to leave. Other people will notice I'm gone. You know those ones?
No.
It's like, if I leave, I have to say goodbye, but I don't want them to know that I've left. So I can't leave.
But nobody cares, actually. Or they do.
They don't care.
You mean we can just stand up and nobody will find out? Everybody, you just need to.
I'm just going to get up and pull the plug out of the wall.
Of the bed or on no boom boom. Yes, it's actually a good question.
Who's Dogbone? Who's this?
It's Jeff, it's our guy.
Oh.
But
I
he
know
has
the name.
dog. Yeah.
His name is Dogbone.
Dogbone. So
He's
he's advocate, because he wants to know, like he will call Greenpeace.
You just start like a matchmaking business with dogs.
Oh my God. To be honest, like the funny part about the dog is that when Doug was picking the profile, and I offer him, like I show him some ladies, and there was a lady, and Elena has a picture with a dog, and Doug has a dog as well. And I said, you see, Doug, like there's a lady, she's with the dog, she likes dogs, because he was in a little bit bad mood, like there was a certain situation. And he said, Luba, you're joking, like you're not matching me, you're matching me with the dog. And I said, no, but it's important because your dog is important to you. And the lady. And Elena came and I said, oh, Elena, show more pictures of your dog, because like I was trying to be somehow encouraging. And she said, what dog? I said, but you have your avatar picture on your profile with the dog. And she said, I was at the park and I just took a picture with the dog. And I'm like,
and there we have it.
Now they have.
There we have it. That's all.
Yeah. So, I mean, we have a lot of stories. I put here.
She has about 6 more if you guys want to stick around. We can quickly go through them.
No, but I wrote here somewhere my plans, and I have a dream to write the book with Striker. And we decided, like, we wanted to write.
What about? Hang on, let me just. Is it a dream to write a book or a dream to write a book with me?
No, but
because they're two different things.
We wanted with Striker. Don't be silly, like you're playing that. So we wanted to make a book. Will you read it or not? We wanted to make a book. It will probably call
They
the Red
know
Book.
what a book looks like.
No, wait, it's a red book. It will call it Red Book. So I will write from this side, this side. Striker will write from this side, from another side of the book, and then we will meet in the middle.
This was my idea, by the way. So she wanted to write a book, and I said, "But we're not even going to be on the same wavelength because you're a woman and I'm a man, and we have different visions and thoughts and how we process things. I'll write a book, you write a book. I will stick them together, and then when we get to the middle, there'll be a conclusion about our experience as matchmakers in this world and what we have learned. Because I've read books in the past, and I have watched a lot of Red Pill channels in the past, not so much these days. And what those guys say is not really. I mean, there is some relevancy, but a lot of it is not congruent with what we see. And I know that what I see, I think Luba and I are in tune most of the time.
We want
about
believe,
10%, okay? Like what define most
we
of?
We want to believe in that. We want to believe that.
No, but we do. Like when it comes to with our clients and all that stuff. And I learn stuff from Luba from her point of view. And sometimes like she'll say something and I'll think, yeah, you're right, actually. Like I never really thought about it that way.
And I learned a lot from Striker.
A lot. She learned from me.
I did. And I
okay.
We're just tired. But I like it's true because it's one thing to just think of what of what guy is thinking and actually understanding it by talking to Striker and say, okay, so what do you think that he was saying or he was thinking? Because we girls, like honestly, we think so different. Like we overthink everything. We
Oh,
overthink stuff that is not even.
overthink
We overthink everything that is not even needed to be
everything.
overthink. And when I
Mhm.
talk to strikers, they're like, really? So this is like what you mean? Because honestly, when I was very judging before, and when the guy was not doing something, I was saying like, is he doing it on purpose? Is he buying these stupid flowers on purpose? Like he is really can't see that they are like ugly. And strikers say, nice bouquet. I said, you're joking, right? You're just advocating the guy. You're just doing everything to annoy me. He said, no, it's just the flowers. It's just the
Well,
flowers. When the lady for her, it's like, like we have a story when the guy bought the flowers, told him, go buy her flowers when you met her. He bought her flowers. And like this girl, like this lady, it was older lady, she was shocked. Like she can't overcome that. And I said, Natalie, can you please send me the picture of these flowers? Please send me. When she sent me, I was speechless. So we have a certain flowers
I
uh,
doubt
uh,
that.
uh, w- um, we have a certain flowers that we bring to the cemetery. And this bouquet, I don't even know when he got it, where he got it. He probably got it somewhere in a subway. Maybe it was like close to the cemetery. I don't know. But when I look at this bouquet, it looked like for me, it was like, it's like if somebody insult me with this bouquet, like no matter how open minded or international I want to be, I would be upset. It would really put me down. And I would read that it is like a universal sign that, this man is not for me. Because this bouquet looks exactly like the one, like there was some roses, but it was like it was surrounded by these flowers that we dry flowers that we always bring to the cemetery when somebody died. How would you feel? I don't know how to compare. I don't know. It's like if she undressed and she has a very like babushka type of underwear. This is how these flowers feels for the woman. It's like for you, the woman undressed, you're horny,
Hmm.
like you want
I
her,
get
and
it.
she like take it off,
I
and there's
get
like
it.
this like big
Yeah, big bloomers.
and this underwear that is like a sport,
Yeah.
like how does it feel?
No, I get it. I never understood it up until now. Thank you for making us all
And
understand
the same,
what
like
it's
she got these
like.
flowers, and she's like,
I think that's a good analogy. I think you've done a very good analogy there. Like, if you guys stayed till the end of this, you definitely got your money's worth. But no, what it is, it's like sometimes because we think differently. So she'll tell me something, and sometimes I go, you know what? Yeah, maybe there's something is there, and then maybe I'll tell her something, and she'll say, okay, well, I get that, and it's good because like we learn off each other all the time, right? Well, you mainly learn off me, and I sort of, entertain your ideas sometimes to keep the peace. Anyway,
the
guys.
best. I like to fight with you. It's incredible.
Yes, it's interesting.
But
Anyway,
when you think like we fight big times, 3 times in 5 years.
who?
We.
I've never even spoken to you before.
But and it's good. And we in Ascent we speak about
Well, no, I
fighting.
wouldn't say big. We have an argument in comparison.
Huge.
Well, not huge. Like, yeah, sure. I picked you up and threw you out the window that time. So
But
big deal. Okay, that's big.
no, but I think that like in Ascent we speak about that. And we in Ascent say that conflicts are very important, and everything depends how you deal with the conflict, because
Hmm.
conflicts help your relationship grow. No matter like anyway, we believe so that like depends how you're gonna grab the smoke, how you're gonna solve the conflict, how you're gonna get out of the conflict. These help your relationship grow and building trust. It's
There's
building
actually
trust.
two parts of that. Like, there's also a part where you have to sit back as well and go, why did I have that argument? Was it my fault? You could always take a look at yourself and say, well, it's something that I did or something that made me do this or whatever. You could always point the finger and go, well, she did this or she did that or she shouldn't have done that or whatever. But really, like at the end of the day, it's something in your own mind that's triggered it, right? So even if she was arguing with you, you argued back, or maybe you started the argument. Why did you start it? So it's also taking a step back and going, like why did that affect me? What happened there that that made me continue that argument or something? And when Lewis says arguments, it's like we don't have those arguments that we've had. It's like half an hour heated discussion, and then I throw her out the window of the taxi. That time, only once I threw you out the window of the taxi. Remember that? That was funny.
I just need to check out. I needed to check
That never
out.
happened. I would never throw Lou out of a taxi.
I just checked the
bus.
because we never use a taxi, we always go by bus.
Yeah, buses are cheaper.
I just checked the bloomers. Is it this bloomers?
Yeah, but that's
Hmm,
quite good though.
they're cute. You see, you off now. It's the same with
Anyway, look,
flowers.
guys, we've kept you all this time, and we apologize from the
It would
deepest
never be
parts of our
like,
heart.
oh my god.
It's actually been you guys have been awesome today. Like, this has been the best questions we've ever had, and we have had more than 7 live streams. This is our 8th.
Really? Just?
Yeah, it feels like we've had a lot, right?
Yes.
No,
But
no, no, no. Here.
here in Spain.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, guys, sign up for Ascent. We recommend you. The first two parts are completely free, and we want you to get the best knowledge ever. Book strategy call. Go ahead with this, and just it will help you to decide. Either you go and you date, or you don't. Maybe it's not for you. Maybe it would be better. We would give you some other advice. And there was a comment like I want like we kind of ignored that. Maybe we missed it. I don't know. Mm, the guy said that on Reddit that the guy said something that the consultation was not worth, or something that the advice that we gave him was not worth the strategical. Of course, like it's good for you to read that and say, oh, like he paid and he didn't got,
Who's
he's
it? What?
like somebody messaged and said on Reddit there's a discussion that somebody wrote that the consultation was not worth it, and it was the guy that
Huh.
we advised
Huh.
to look at the to look at the church for the lady.
Oh,
Understand?
yeah. We wouldn't take him as a client.
Yeah,
That's what you're saying.
we wouldn't take him as a
But we gave
client.
him the advice that we can.
We gave him advice
Yeah,
as we
we
can.
know exactly
Yeah.
what
So,
type what's going on.
but this happening less. But I think that of course, when the person upset, he would write whatever he wants there, and we're okay about that. But it's not about
Yeah.
that. Even it's about you need to be reasonable and realistic, and you can call some other company that will say, yeah, no problem, just come, just sign up, we will do for everything free. Then everything is not free, everything is this. We are not like that. We either work with you or no. Like, and if we not work with you, we really explain why. And sometimes we help you. Like we had a guy before that lost how many kilos? Like he lost a lot. He called us and he was really, really big. And Striker said, dear man, like you need to lose weight, you need to. And we helped him so much. Like we was asking him like how is his progress, even when he was not a client. But we couldn't, like, whom we will introduce him to. Like we want him to be happy, but we want the woman to be happy as well. So that's it. That's basically it. I'm reading the last comment and we are running.
I'll just leave you guys on this final note here, and hopefully it resonates with every single person, especially if you have been in this room since the start. Since we started this live stream, you guys are all 2 hours and 22 minutes older. Life is getting short. Imagine how old you will be in 12 months.
Sounds sad, but so true.
No, but it's true. Life's very short, and I hate the fact that it goes so fast.
And also very important, like I want to finish also, if you can let me, but this comment just like I don't know, it's
I would
a
have preferred.
joke.
I would have preferred to finish it on my philosophical one,
You
and
can
then
repeat
just
it.
fade it out with
You
a bit
can
of.
repeat it, but there's last comment that we have to do.
Okay.
I'm going to Germany to meet Ukrainian girl for the first time. Instead of her taking public transport to come to our first date, I'm thinking of sending a limousine for her. Good idea or no? I hope that you're joking, and I hope that you just wanted to encourage our mood. But guys, we did this video before, and no offense to anyone, but please never fake it, because like be yourself. Be yourself, be good version of yourself, try to be best version of yourself by being a gentleman, taking care, paying attention to details. But like don't do anything that is not you, because you don't ride everywhere limousine, and everything should be in a proper time. Striker was also like he has experience with limousine that was appropriate in that particular time. It was, you do it for your girlfriend, you do it for certain emotions. But if you're picking up her with a limousine
For the first time, yeah.
get ready to be
Pick her up the second time.
second time with a helicopter.
Here it's like, I'm going to Germany to meet my Ukrainian girl for the first time instead of her taking public transportation. Like we would need to know a lot more context around that. Where is she now? How have you been communicating? Do you chat every day, every weekend? Like there's so much more about this, because there may be an instance, right, where that is appropriate, where you think I'm meeting for the first time. You've been talking for 3 or 4 months and you chat every day. You have video chats and you're madly in love and you talk
And it's
about
your birthday, and she told you
yeah.
that it's your dream.
And it may be appropriate to do
yeah,
that.
maybe it's appropriate, maybe, yeah.
But if you think you're going to do that and she's going to fall in love with you, that's wrong. What would be better than doing that? I don't know where she is, but you're going to Germany. Is she in Germany? Well, you'd be best to go and meet her yourself.
Okay, and on this positive note, on this super positive note, I just wanted Striker to say that again, because I know, guys, you really like it, but I wanted you to be older for 2 hours and 25 minutes. So can Can you please repeat your speech?
No, I don't have only once a year.
Once
Once a year, that's all we need. That's all we need to realize that we're
Yeah.
getting old.
But we understand that, do it now. Like there is no need to wait and waste your time, because we have sometimes guys calling us and say, I'm following you for 3 years, I'm watching you for 4 years, and now I decided to do it. But 4 years ago you was 4 years younger, and you can be 4 years already in a happy relationship. Why not to do it now?
Anyway,
We
that's it.
see you on our strategy calls, on our Telegram, on Ascent, and on our next YouTube video that you can find out on Tuesday.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks a lot, guys. Appreciate you guys coming here, and also click the like button because I think it does something good.
Yeah, can you please, like, there's some people, like 5 people, 45, some people 39. Can you please put like under this video?
Don't say like.
Don't say like.
Don't
Have a good day, please.
All right,
Let's
guys.
go.
Thank you so much. You guys are awesome. Wicked questions too. Can't wait for the next one. We'll see you then. Okay. See ya.
Bye.
Just hold your hand like this, and they'll think we're.
Stop it, please.